The American League West Showdown comes to Northern California. McAfee Coliseum in Oakland for the first place Angels and second place A's. The Angels lead the A's by 4 games with 7 to go. Tonight begins a 4-game series with these 2 teams tonight through Thursday. Hi everybody, Steve Physiak, Rex Adler with you. The Angels are coming off a marvelous 8-2 homestand that started when they were tied with the Oakland A's, and now they're 4 games up. And Rex, these 2 teams have met 15 times this year, and every single game has been tense.
That's exactly right. But what I like about that homestand is the way they executed in their victories. Come from behind, they gain confidence, their bullpen's back in good shape again. They're confident for the final stretch run of the baseball season, which should be exciting.
A's lead the season series 8 wins to 7. Let's go back and take a look at some of the great memories. We'll go back first to April 16th at Oakland. 10th inning of a scoreless game. Marco Scutaro lays down a sacrifice bunt. Scott Shields throws it down the right field line. Nick Swisher comes all the way around from first to score and win the game 1-0.
And then April 22nd at the Big A, the Angels led 3-2 going into the 9th inning, but Frankie Rodriguez blew his first save of the season as Scott Hatteberg's 2-run single would be the difference for the A's.
Final score 4-3 Oakland. April 24th, the Angels get their revenge in the 7th inning. Steve Finley provided the game's only run in the 7th inning solo blast off Joe Blanton, who we'll see tonight. And the Angels won that game. The final score 1-0.
Then Fizz, back August 11th, one of the strangest endings we'll ever see in a ball game. Tied in the bottom of the 9th inning, Frankie Rodriguez failed to get this pitch, got a little bit discouraged, put his head down. The ball leaked out of his glove. Jason Kendall races home to complete the A's dramatic comeback win.
Another 1-run decision. So we'll go to August 30th. Bartolo Colon pitches 9 1/3 brilliant innings in front of 42,000 fans at the Big A. But late in the game, Bobby Kelty jumps on a Rodriguez fastball in the 11th, and the A's win 2-1 in extra innings.
Then the very next night, the Angels reversed their luck against the A's. Tonight's starting pitcher John Lackey threw 7 shutout innings with the support of some nice Angels defense, sparking a 2-1 victory for the Halos. They look good, and with these 4 games here coming up, Fizz, one thing can be guaranteed: these games will be exciting.
Well, let's talk about tonight's game. Rookie pitcher Joe Blanton goes for the Oakland Athletics. He's been terrific, but the Angels send John Lackey, who's been a big game pitcher throughout his career. For more on Lackey, let's go inside the game with Jose Mota.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Well, intensity should be at a high here tonight as that fierce competitor named John Lackey takes him out against the A's. Let's give him an A, because you know what? He has been excellent career-wise with his numbers, and also this season. Looking at this season, he's 2-1 in 4 starts, excellent ERA. And also, when you look at the Angels, they have been a tough and grinding team on the road. I expect them to be better as they have to get it done on the road because a much improved bench and a deeper bullpen. Back to you.
The Wild West Showdown continues tonight in Oakland. Angels and A's next on KCAL 9.
If you haven't taken advantage of our employee pricing, it's time to zero in, because for the next 10 days, the deals will only get better during our countdown to zero. We're talking 0 down, 0 payments for 6 months, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $3,000 on top of employee pricing plus. And we've still got a great selection of 05s, like the Town & Country, the PT Cruiser, and the Crossfire Limited. The deals are here, the clock is running. Countdown to zero ends September 30th.
This here is the story of a gangster's rise to power.
I'm Carlito Brigante. You don't never want no beef with me.
From the producer of Scarface and Carlito's Way.
You're gonna bring down Hollywood Nicky.
He's got 3 tons stashed in the safe house.
In a brutal world of greed and revenge, the only way you survive is knowing the rules of the street. Carlito. Carlito's Way, Rise to Power on DVD Tuesday.
McAfee Coliseum in Oakland has proven to be a tough place for an opponent to come into and steal a victory. Since 1999, the A's have the highest home win percentage in baseball at 64%. Our Southern California Ford dealers batting order: Figgins, Cabrera, Anderson, Vlad Guerrero at McAfee. Outstanding numbers with 5 home runs. He'll be followed by Darren Erstad, Benji Molina, Steve Finley, Juan Rivera, and Adam Kennedy. Sean Figgins goes after the second pitch and sends the ground ball to Mark Ellis, and there's the first out of the ball game.
Batting in the second position, shortstop, number 18, Orlando Cabrera.
There is the starting pitcher, Joe Blanton, 24-year-old right-hander out of the University of Kentucky. He's one of the leading candidates for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, and he's been good. Now, he has an 0-2 record against the Angels, Fizz, but that ERA at 2.05 makes him tough. He's been tough to score on. In his 2 losses, he went 8 innings in each time. Now, he's got a nice fastball, anywhere from 88 to 90. He'll 2-seam run that thing. A slider, curveball, and a changeup. And that curveball is a real nice pitch for him. Look at that. Drops out of the sky. But he works quickly. He wants to be able to get that curve over. And he's an intense competitor. He'll be tough tonight.
Orlando Cabrera goes after that big breaking curveball, and Mark Ellis will throw out Cabrera just like he did Sean Figgins.
A jack-in-the-box defense behind Big Joe Blanton. They're 3rd in the league, right behind the Angels in fielding percentage. Jason Kendall, he's had a tough time with base runners this year, and he'll be the first to tell you his stats maybe have been the worst, but he's had more fun this year playing in meaningful games in September than ever. This guy's a gamer and a warrior. He broke Ray Fosse's record for consecutive starts in a season of the 134 this year. He's been there every day for these guys.
And Garrett Anderson, who missed 3 games in the homestand because of back and left knee problems, in there. He is the designated hitter for the 3rd straight game. And he's always hit the Oakland A's very well. 329 career average with 18 home runs. But he has been unable to sit on his back leg and really get that good weight shift. And Blanton just drops in another beauty at 73 miles an hour and has a 1-2 edge on the veteran Anderson.
Yeah, but the fact he's back in there, that's big for the Angels. Have him sitting in there. He's going to say he went on that one.
He did, and strikes out. So Blanton outstanding in the 1st inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 1st with John Lackey coming to the mound.
If you could have any SUV you want, what color Navigator would you get? Now through October 3rd, lease a brand new 2006 Lincoln Navigator for $499 a month. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today. Lincoln. Not glaring. Designed, not decorated. The full-size 315 horsepower Infiniti QX56. A refined, tailored reward. Infiniti.
Closed captioning for the Anaheim Angels is brought to you by...
To the park.
It's Oak Tree season at Santa Anita Park. Opening weekend, get a free collector's stein Saturday, October 1st.
Let's go!
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. See your Ford dealers today. By Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. And by Toyota. Get a great lease or low financing on any new 05 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. It's a cool, windy evening in Northern California. Game time temperature 60 degrees. And Big John Lackey will head to the hill. He will face the top of the order, Mark Ellis, Jason Kendall, and Mark Kotsay. John Lackey looking for win number 13. He has been outstanding. 9th in the league in ERA, 3rd in strikeouts, but a lot of no decisions because the Angels haven't given the big right-hander much run support this year.
That's right, 13 no decisions. He'd have a much better record. Big foul ground here. Erstad not going to be able to get to it. Be careful over there by that mound. I'll tell you, that mound is dangerous for a fielder here at this ballpark. Erstad sees no fear out there on that field. Look at him full out running. He knows well, but watch out for that bump. He sees it and is able to get up and down it with no problem. But the keys for John Lackey's got a fastball. He'll cut his fastball now against left-handers. Also big curveball he'll throw, and he's got a nice changeup that he's been very effective with this year, mainly against left-handers.
He is facing Mark Ellis, and Mark Ellis skies the next pitch from John Lackey to center field where Steve Finley is, and Ellis is the first man out. The Southern California Ford dealers lineup for the Oakland Athletics. Ellis to lead it off, then Jason Kendall, Mark Kotsay, Eric Chavez, and then Bobby Crosby, Dan Johnson, Jay Payton, Scott Hatterberg, and Nick Swisher. Ellis in September has been brilliant. .398 average, 3 home runs, and just before the game he was named the Catfish Hunter MVP of the Athletics this year. That's for his service both on and off the field. So congratulations to Mark Ellis, and now John Lackey to face Jason Kendall. Well, the A's have struggled a bit recently while the Angels took off on an 8-2 homestand. The A's went 4-5, and on September 15th these two teams were even, deadlocked for first place in the American League West. And Ken Maka's team started sputtering, and the Angels started playing great baseball, come from behind baseball. The bullpen started to get solid again. Kelvin Escobar meaning a lot to Mike Scioscia and his chance for success.
But he also will tell you it revolves around pitching, and John Lackey coming into this game might have a little mental edge, as he knows he pitches well against these guys. In 12 starts in his career, he's 5-1 with a 3.27 ERA. That's earned run average. Big John, his keys are to keep that big curveball down and not leave it up in the zone. He'd like to finish that pitch off. His last couple starts he's been a little bit short with it, and it's up.
Kendall with a bouncing ball to Sean Figgins. His throw is in time, and 2 outs here in the first inning.
Perfect time for our jack-in-the-box defense behind John Lackey. We're going to highlight Sean Figgins. 45 games without an error at third base. Longest streak in the American League. He's been solid. This guy has tremendous skills, a great throwing arm, nice lateral movement left and right. Angels overall second in the league in defending. And both of these teams, Fizz, Angels and A's, rely on pitching and defense. That's how they've gotten this far in September in meaningful games.
Well, John Lackey has certainly been one of those stars. And now he will face Mark Kotsay, back from back problems. Both Kotsay and Crosby, when they were out, Oakland's offense struggled. Mark Kotsay now hitting third, and Crosby has been moved to the 5 spot. Ball slashed foul. You can see the amount of foul territory here in Oakland. More foul ground in Oakland than any ballpark in the major leagues.
That's right. Pitchers love it because those balls don't end up in the stands. They end up most of the time caught by their defenders. Now hitters, they're a little bit, you know, it's very difficult to win a batting title here because a lot of those get caught.
Kotsay takes inside. John Lackey coming inside with the fastball.
John knows the importance of pitching inside, something that Bartolo Colon could learn from a little bit from John Lackey. As in Bart's last start yesterday, those hitters were comfortable on him. Like to loosen some feet a little bit, back them off. There's that big breaking ball. And because of that big breaking ball, Big John Lackey, he has a few wild pitches this year.
Third in the American League with 18. Those two guys that threw that forkball for the Chicago White Sox have more. Contreras and Garcia. John gets that extra spin, always on that breaking ball, and it'll bite. Benji and Jose Molina have had to block so many. Lackey with the 2-2 pitch and the breaking ball right down Broadway. John Lackey was already walking to the Angels bullpen after he threw the pitch.
There's that big breaking ball. Nice curve. Freezes Kotsay. He's got to go.
V6 power traction control, ABS. It even comes in a sport wagon and a 5-door. Man, this car sells itself. No offense.
People are getting the message. Mazda's on the move with Mazda 6. Now during the Mazda 6 drive, get up to $2,000 cash back on the 2005 Mazda 6 sports sedan. It's the end of the boring sedan. See your Southern California Mazda dealer now.
Honey, we're gonna be late.
Coming.
Where's my fedora?
In the closet next to the loafers.
What about my air horn?
In the fourth drawer down in the dresser.
Let's go. Stay here. Let's do this.
For the best seats at the game, come to Ken Crane's. Get an LG flat panel TV and pay absolutely nothing till 2007. Life's good, and even better at Ken Crane's.
The crew of Serenity's newest passenger just might be more than they can handle.
So where's it writ that we gotta lay down our lives for her?
You want to run this ship?
Yes.
Well, you can't.
Serenity, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
It's a brand new season of Millionaire, and each of these contestants has one thing in mind.
I know how much this money means to you.
3 dreams, 1 goal.
We're away from $1 million.
This week on Millionaire, tomorrow at 6 on KCAL.
John Lackey's got that Wyatter Wild West look going with the hair and the curls. We're in the top of the second inning. 0-0 score. Joe Blanton against John Lackey. Game 1 of an important 4-game series. The Angels with a 4-game lead on the Oakland A's with 7 to go. The rookie Joe Blanton getting ready to fire, and he's delivering to Vladimir Guerrero. Vlad always has been great in September. Last year really carried the Angels, particularly last week of the season. And there's a bouncing ball up the middle, cut off by Bobby Crosby. He twirls and fires and throws it away, and it goes into the Angels dugout, and Crosby will suffer his 7th error this year.
Okay, the ball took a funny hop and it actually bounced towards him. Okay, now he has to spin and reverse his feet. His body is a little bit out in front of his arm, and he missed wildly on that one. Big break early for the Angels. You can see as his momentum takes him towards right field, he couldn't adjust his throwing angle. So Vladdy will walk into second base with basically a leadoff double. Erstad's job is to get him to third base. He had a little bit more time, Crosby did, than he thought.
So a man in scoring position for the Angels early, and here is Darren Erstad bunting, and bunting foul. Rex, I've got to go back to the play by Crosby. Remember, he missed almost 3 weeks of the season because of a broken bone in his left ankle, and you wonder if he had the confidence to plant on the left ankle. Instead, he twirled around, and his balance was way off.
That's a good point. I was a little surprised to see him 360 that, but he could still be a little tender.
Erstad again chases it, and Blanton going for the strikeout here.
Okay, Erstad didn't want to swing at that one. That was a pitch that was up and away. He wants to try to get something on the inner half. Kendall, veteran catcher. This guy's a warrior back there. He's had many years in Pittsburgh. This guy's a gamer. He knows exactly what Erstad's trying to do here. You can see him all pretty much straight up on Erstad.
Erstad whacks it into right center field, and that's deep over Kotze's head, and Vladimir Guerrero races to third. Ron Renicky is sending him home. Crosby didn't see Vlad get a bad break and doesn't make the throw home, and the Angels take the 1-0 lead on Erstad's double.
0-2. Blanton definitely finding too much of the plate there on Erstad. 0-2. He had a couple pitches to waste on him, but Erstad was waiting for it, and he pounded it. Hit the base of the wall. Outside pitch, great reaction. Vladdy held at second base, wasn't sure, but he was able to make it home with no problem.
But if Crosby, when he gets the ball, immediately turns and fires home, he's got a chance, Rex. There's a ground ball hit to the right side, so the Angels now with their situational style. Erstad was just trying to get Guerrero over earlier. He winds up doubling, and now Molina gets Erstad over to third base with less than 2 outs.
Angels play a very good situational ball game. These guys are good at this. Now, they've worked on this all year long, and they have done that in the past when they've won. Now the situation is, since Benji did his job getting Erstad over with less than 2, is Finley, who's been hot, coming off a nice home run in a double game, has the infielders drawn in, wants to put one in the air for a sac fly or big hole up the middle. Finley's a pull hitter, though. He's be looking in, I guarantee you.
He busted a 3-run home run off Doug Wechter in his last start on Saturday. And there's a ground ball hit to Bobby Crosby. They send Darren Erstad, and now they've got him in a rundown. Finley racing to second base and gets there safely.
That's not what Finley wanted to do. He knows that, but made some solid contact. Angels usually go on contact to keep putting pressure on that defense. As a candy hop, though, one hopper to Crosby. Perfect stride at home. Erstad gives up just enough time to get Finley over there to second base. Get him back into runner in scoring position, where the Angels are a .296 hitting ball club with runners in scoring position.
Well, here is Juan Rivera. He's been picking up the pace. Mike Scioscia has been playing him almost every day. He had 11 hits on the homestand. Takes it a little bit low. Joe Blanton has been very good this year at pitching in tough situations, coming up with the big outs. He's only allowed 167 hits in 187 innings coming in. Here is Rivera, as the Angels have taken the early lead on the error by Crosby and the double by Erstad. Well, he does have the ability to get that ball down around the knees consistently, and he is working Rivera outside, much like we saw him back in late August when Lackey and Blanton hooked up then.
Juan, you know, he's never faced Blanton before.
Well, he sends it right back up the middle for a hit. Here comes Finley. The throw by Mark Coxey is not in time, and to second base Juan Rivera. The Angels take a 2-0 lead.
All right, Angels smelling that title. They're putting the pressure right on these guys. Fastball right over the middle saying, hit me. And he did. Spanked it. Now, the time Kotsay caught it, Finley was just touching third base. But I like the late slide by Finley. Watch him knock Kendall's leg out of there. That's what you do. You slide late. If you slide early, that leg's going to keep you from reaching home plate. Nice by the Angels attacking early.
Angels confidence sky high after winning 8 straight games, and the Oakland Athletics struggling. Here is Adam Kennedy.
One thing I've noticed in this game, the Angels are going after Blanton's first pitches. First or second pitch, they're hacking. They're being aggressive. They're getting some timely hits. With the help of that air, good teams take advantage of situations like that, and the Angels have in this second inning. Mark of a good ball club.
And there is a curveball that's hit to Bobby Crosby. He sends it to first base in time. The Angels, though, get 2 runs. A base hit by Erstad, another by Rivera, and the Angels take a 2-0 lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, step on their neck tonight. They'll be toast by midweek.
The 2005 Toyota Sienna has lots of safety features. Lots of room. Lots of power. But it doesn't cost a lot. Lease a well-equipped Sienna for just $279 a month with a $1,500 drive-off. But hurry, with an offer this good, you don't have a lot of time. The 2005 Toyota Sienna. Now that's moving you forward.
Morning.
Come on, champ.
Move those feet. Bob. Weave. Bob. Kick the addiction. Do it. Hey, run over me. Get up. You can't fight cigarette addiction without a solid plan.
The Ford family plan has been the big news of 2005. But now, it's clearance time. So get ready for clearance cash. $2,500 on the Focus, $2,500 on the F-150, $3,000 on the Expedition, $4,000 on the Explorer. And all this on top of the same low prices that Ford families pay. So get to your Ford dealer. The Ford you want is here, now with the Ford family plan and clearance cash.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. See your Ford dealers today. Here in the East Bay of Northern California, Darren Erstad has given the Angels a 2-0 lead. He and Rivera came up with RBI hits, and the Angels' magic number to clinch the American League West, 4. Any combination of Angel victories and Athletic losses that total 4, and the West will be 1.
Big John Lackey now toes that slab with a 2-run lead. It's going to make him tough now. He wants to just execute his game plan, not to get too excited. He wants to stay down in that zone with his fastball, pound the strike zone on both sides of the plate, and continue to get some offensive support. The pressure's all over Oakland.
And they are a much younger team than the Angels. There's a ground ball right back to John Lackey very quickly, the first out in the second inning. And I say that because the Angels have so many veterans who have not only been in the playoffs but won World Series, like this guy John Lackey, who won Game 7 of the 2002 World Championship as a rookie from Abilene, Texas. And that's what the Angel fans have seen lately. Veteran toughness of Erstad, Kennedy, Anderson, Lackey, Washburn, Cabrera, Molina, Figgins, Francisco Rodriguez. They've all been there before.
That's right. Finley in center field's a world champion. Now Vladimir Guerrero in right desperately wants a title, and not the Western title. He wants it all.
Bobby Crosby, the batter. We told you he missed 3 weeks of the season, fractured his ankle before the Angels' last series at the end of August, and he would not play in that series, and then came out and just recently came back. He also had rib problems in April and May. It's incredible, Rex, some of the trouble that Rookie of the Years have had. Bobby Crosby won the Rookie of the Year last season, and since 1975, 19 winners of Rookie of the Year have gone on the disabled list the following year, 4 for the entire season. Here's a bouncing ball to Sean Figgins, and 2 outs. Want to be a part of exciting Angels baseball? Get your deposit in now for your 2006 season seats. Angels season seat holders receive incredible savings over game day ticket prices. The same great seat for all Angels home games, playoff priority, and more. So call 888-796-HALO to place your season seat deposit. That's 888-796-4256. And this is an organization that's good right now and only going to get better, because it was ranked #1 by Baseball America as an organization with the #1 minor league system as well.
And that's the nuts and bolts of organizations, your minor league system. Who can you draw from? Plus, you have those players under control the first 3 years of their big league service time, so you can hold their salaries down.
Here is Dan Johnson. He followed Darren Erstad at the University of Nebraska, broke several of Darren's records, and now playing first base for the A's. Lackey comes inside early but misses 2-1.
Johnson 0 for 4 lifetime off Big John. Of course, this is Johnson's first year in the big leagues. Now John Lackey, the key for him and every pitcher is to work ahead and stay ahead.
And Rex, against this guy, I think it's get him out early in the count, because how many times have we seen an Angel or other pitchers see this guy 8, 9, 10, 11 pitches?
Lots this year. He's very patient.
And here's another 3-2 count. He's batting .412 in the homestand after 4 hits and 33 of his previous at-bats. Very good eye.
Angels 9th in the league in walks. Oakland is 3rd. A little bit more patient.
Johnson to center field. Finley has it measured and makes the catch. So John Lackey went right after Dan Johnson with the off-speed pitch and gets him out. 6 up, 6 down for the big right-hander.
Who will pay for the Proposition 79 prescription drug plan? According to a report by a respected former legislative analyst, Prop 79 could cost the state general fund hundreds of millions of dollars. And 79 could jeopardize as much as $480 million a year in drug rebates for California, leaving taxpayers to make up the difference. Do your own research. See for yourself. Prop 79 is the wrong prescription for California.
Greg has trouble getting up for breakfast, but today he's in for a treat. Because right now at Jack in the Box, he can try my new ciabatta breakfast sandwich. Lightly toasted ciabatta bread stacked with Black Forest ham, bacon, eggs, melting cheese, and hollandaise sauce.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Whoa, Greg, put some jammies on. Hey, how's it going?
Angels and Athletics battling for the American League West title. The Halos with a 4-game lead, and they've met 15 times this year. And look at the closeness of the decision. 6 one-run wins by the A's, 2 by the Angels, and look how the pitching is dominated.
That's right. Pitching is dominated, but also the stolen bases have dominated too. That's an aggressive part of the Angels game. Oakland sits back, waits for the home run balls, and some big hits. The Angels are able to manufacture runs without the big home runs, which makes them a pretty dangerous team. As a matter of fact, they're 296 with runners out there. Scoring position. That's big.
And Mike Scioscia has said the recent success going 8-2 in the homestand was a greater offensive continuity. And it starts with this guy, Sean Figgins. He's batting .340 in this month of September. Takes that off-speed pitch down low. And Sean did not go, so the count moves to 2-1. But you get the 1-2 guys on who have speed, Figgins and Cabrera, and this is a dangerous Angel team. Orlando Cabrera, .293 career hitter in September. Figgins gets underneath the ball and sends it to left. Jay Payton is there for the first out. The A's have taken 4 of the 6 meetings from the Halos in Oakland this year. And all of them had seemed like tough, tense, one-run decisions. Final at bat. Orlando Cabrera comes up. Grounded out to second base his first time up.
Cabrera 2 for 10 off of Blanton. Home plate umpire Mike Everett. Angel Hernandez at first, Greg Gibson at second, Tim McClellan at third. This crew is handpicked for this series here by supervisor Richie Garcia, who's in charge of overseeing all of the umpires in the American League. 25-year umpire Richie Garcia.
There's a strike of the outside corner, 3-1 for Joe Blanton.
And he wanted us to say hello to his son, Richie Garcia, U.S. Marine captain, who's from Temecula, Camp Pendleton. Richie, your dad says, go get him, man, and keep fighting hard. He's been to Iraq, and he's going back in February. Hang in there. Big Angels fan, Richie is. His son.
Yeah.
No, Richie Garcia.
I knew you were going to clarify that because
he's a supervisor of umpires.
He's got to make sure.
No, he told me to get a shout out to you. I'm a big Angels fan from Temecula. So Cabrera's battling right here with Blanton. That's what you want to do. Try to wear him down. 3-2 count. Look for a mistake and continue to keep the pressure on the rookie Blanton.
Blanton has thrown 31 pitches, had a rough second inning after breezing through the Angels in the first. Now comes high and tight to Cabrera. And they say it touched the bat, so it's a strikeout for Orlando. Was trying to back away, but they say it touched wood, fouled it into the glove, so a strikeout. 2 outs now in the third.
There's a nice little break for Blanton. This was high and tight, and just gonna tip it with the end of his bat. There was no argument by Cabrera, therefore he knew it happened.
So we go back to Garrett Anderson, who struck out swinging on a curveball. And what we've noticed from Garrett Anderson lately, Rex, is the opposing pitchers are really throwing him soft early and then going fastball late.
Well, you know, and he missed a few games recently, and so his timing's going to be off some. But because of his tendonitis in his left knee, he's a little bit out front with his weight. And he looks good so far, taking those 2 pitches. Wants to be able to keep that weight back so he can generate some good pop. When you get on your front foot, all you usually do is have your hands, and sometimes the tendency is to roll over. But Garrett, he's a veteran. He knows how to make adjustments.
Garrett came in early, worked with Mickey Hatcher, soft toss. His back and left knee. It bothered him much of this year. Inability to sit back and transfer the weight and having to do everything, it seems like, with his hands, and has not shown the kind of power that we've seen in past years. Only 2 home runs the last month of the season.
It's okay, that run production is still nice. 90 RBIs. He's got great hands. He's able to make adjustments with his hands. He makes them in the batter's box with his feet.
Well, he wouldn't bring him the fastball when a curve and then a changeup and strikes him out for the second time.
If you could have any SUV you want, what color Navigator would you get? Now through October 3rd, lease a brand new 2006 Lincoln Navigator for $499 a month. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today. Lincoln.
Jenkins. Jenkins. Do you know where Jenkins sits?
Sir, Jenkins doesn't actually work here.
But he's around all the time. I saw him here this morning.
Yeah, he's our software supplier.
From Chicago. Sir.
Here you go, Mr. Jenkins.
Now you can fly American for less than you think.
See you back here for Thursday's meeting?
I'll be here. Thank you.
Lower fares, fewer restrictions every day.
I was going to give him a raise.
We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
So what we're doing here is called idling. Now, let's practice parking until lunch.
AM, PM, too much good stuff.
Angels with a 2-0 lead over the Oakland Athletics. Our Toyota upcoming schedule shows tomorrow a game on KCAL 9. Irvin Santana will look for his 11th win of the year. The A's are undecided, but Ken Maka leaning towards left-hander Joe Kennedy and may get some innings from Rich Harden. Fox Sports Net, the next 2 games on Wednesday and Thursday. Bird against Heron, Colon against Zito on Thursday. And then the Angels go to Texas to finish the season, the regular season, in Arlington. John Lackey ready to go to work. He'll face the bottom of the order. He's faced 6, retired 06. Now facing Jay Payton, Scott Hatteberg, and Nick Swisher in the 3rd.
Payton looking for his first knock off of John Lackey in his career, 0 for 6.
18 home runs and 13 have come after the July trade from the Boston Red Sox to the Oakland Athletics. And there's a ground ball hit sharply right at Cabrera, who has been outstanding. And he continues his stellar play and throws the first man out. He has the highest fielding percentage of any shortstop in the American League. Won a Gold Glove with the Montreal Expos a few years ago.
Hit it to the wrong guy, that's for sure. Definitely will finish strong this week. He's hoping, and he should lock up an American League Gold Glove. Hands down.
Now Scott Hatteberg, former Washington State Cougar, digs in. Been in a real slump. This has been such a consistent hitter throughout his career. He rarely goes into slumps because he has such a short, quick stroke and great plate discipline. But Rex only a 134 batting average his last month of the season.
It's not like him, but you know what? Since that happens, and this is a game where you must produce, they've moved him down in the order to that 8th spot. And he had been batting 2nd most of the year, but then with the Ellis getting so hot, he put Ellis back at the top where Kendall used to lead off and put Kendall at 2nd.
Lackey brings the breaker and strikes him out on 3 pitches.
That's not like Hatteberg either. Usually very difficult to strike out, but Big John getting that curveball over, it's a good sign, especially down low. Timing was off on that one.
So John Lackey will face the number 9 hitter Nick Swisher. Lackey has retired the first 8 batters he's faced. And gets strike 1 across with the curveball. Now in his last start against the Texas Rangers, really good fastball hitting team. And John threw more off-speed pitches.
So follow up with another curve.
He does.
You get that first one over, say, hey, I'm going to do it again. That just barely missed.
But Buddy Black said he did have trouble with his fastball command, falling into too many hitters counts against the Texas Rangers. He'd go 5 2/3 innings and gave up 3 runs. A home run by Hank Blaylock in the 6th erased a 2-1 Lackey lead. Goes away with the fastball.
This guy hit his 20th home run of the season Tuesday night to become the 6th rookie in Oakland history to reach the 20 home run plateau. Well, he's having a good year. Lackey just missing on the outside part of the plate. That's second in rookie home runs to Tampa Bay. Johnny Gomes. The Angels just saw him.
And he walks Swisher on 5 pitches. So Oakland has their first base runner, and Mark Ellis will come to the plate. This has been their hottest hitter of late. He's been keeping the team in games recently, where the A's offense has been struggling. Ellis has not .411 average his last 18 games, and since moving to the leadoff spot, he is hitting almost .430 this year. But this is an offense in Oakland that has been very inconsistent. It's been feast or famine, Rex, since August 23rd. The A's have scored 8 or more runs 10 times, but 2 or fewer runs 13 times. All or nothing. Down early to Lackey and the Angels. This is a team that doesn't run much. Last in the American League in stolen bases with just 31. All of a sudden, John is missing, not by much. But a good hitters count for Mark Ellis.
Benji Molina thrown out 28% of runners this season. It's a pretty good mark. If you're anywhere 30% or better, that's a good mark. With John Lackey, he's 33%. He's allowing 6. Top.
Gets the fastball in there.
But Ellis, this guy, you know, it's amazing what you can do. Now, last year he sat out the whole year because of that labor problem in his right shoulder. Comes back this year a confident hitter. And look what he's done since August 25th. He's really a confident guy. Plus, he's their leader in that infield. John Lackey doesn't want to mess around here now and allow these guys to get back in with a walk. Definitely wants to put the pressure on them and make them earn their way.
Jason Kendall waiting in the on-deck circle, but that body English from John Lackey showed you that he did not like the last call by Mike Everett. One with a fastball low and outside, barely missed. Here's the 3-1. Again, he goes fastball, and he's walked back-to-back batters in Swisher and Mark Ellis. So Buddy Black will go out for a visit.
Just a little pep talk, a little confidence booster right here. Bud Black's given his #2 right-hander this season. Wants to definitely execute with 2 outs. Kendall not a home run threat. Doesn't have one yet this year. Mike Scioscia, steady as she goes.
I was watching Benji Molina talk with pitching coach Bud Black, and he said he's right there. Again, John Lackey not missing by much, but back-to-back walks to the #9 and 1 hitters in the Oakland lineup. And now the tying runs are on, and the batter is Jason Kendall. Not much power, but Kendall does provide extra base hits. And an extra base hit could tie this game. The A's came in at 85 and 70. The Angels at 89 and 66.
Jason Kendall.
He's had a terrific month of September. Like Vlad Guerrero, doesn't wear batting gloves, and works that bat like he's working a flute, and a ball outside from John Lackey.
Okay, it's up to Big John to just remain, keep his composure, remain cool. If he's not getting some borderline pitches, don't sweat. There's a lot of game left, and he's just missing a little bit on the outside corner. He wants to just continue to keep his body language confident. He's 1 out away just from getting out of this little jam here. Kendall's a contact hitter. Doesn't strike out that often. It's 38 times at 574 at-bats.
In there, 2-1. Well, Kendall has been very strong in this position this year. 19 RBIs. He has Nick Swisher at second base, Mark Ellis first base. Another strike, and Lackey has battled back to a 2-2 count. Will he go to the curveball? Will he stay with the fastball? Really showed great command of the curveball early. Struck out Mark Kotze, looking to end the first inning.
With that big curve here.
No fastball, and Kendall sends it back to the screen.
We got some good arms in that Angel outfield. Vladimir Guerrero throws strong. He's got 8 outfield assists. Finley's got a good arm in center field too. He's very accurate, and Juan Rivera's got some nice throwing arms. So this will be a test in a clean base hit.
He jammed him inside. Erstad chasing at foul territory and can't make the play, so they'll try it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
When a right-handed batter puts spin on the ball and he misses it off the end, the ball really carries and tails towards the stands. So this ball had a lot of spin on it. Erstad charges hard after it. Just couldn't quite make the play.
And Rex, there is some wind that's blowing from the left field foul pole towards the Angels dugout. And Lackey didn't like the play, but he knows that Erstad has bailed him out so many times in the past.
Wind is always an issue here. Kendall, I talked about it, tough to strike out. Matter of fact, the Oakland A's are #1 in the league in toughest to strike out. Angels are #2.
And Rex, that's very surprising because they have such a young team. You think with young hitters, they'd be swinging and missing a lot more, taking a lot more pitches that are close. Here's the veteran Kendall, though, and he is hit in the side by John Lackey, and the bases are now loaded for Mark Kotze.
Okay, you can see this pitch comes right in there. Hit catches him on the elbow. He'll take his base. That'll load him up. Now, if the Oakland A's want to get back in this game, they'll need a big hit.
Lackey was breezing along and retired 8 straight. Then all of a sudden got wild. A walk to Swisher, a walk to Ellis. Now he's hit Kendall. And a base hit can tie this game.
Kotze came up last night in the 9th inning with the bases loaded and grounded out.
Breaking ball in there. He struck out Kotze on 3 pitches to end the first inning.
Oakland has hit just .214 as a team this year with him loaded up. Look what he's done over his career. Pretty good numbers.
Another on the inside corner. The A's had 11 at-bats with runners in scoring position and failed to drive in anybody yesterday in a 6-2 loss to the Texas Rangers.
Kotze getting hit, or excuse me, Kendall getting hit. That's the 20th time he's been hit. That ties an Oakland A's record by Don Baylor in 1976. Lackey has the knack for making the big pitch. Looking for one here.
Did he go? Yes, he did. And Kotze will complain to home plate umpire Mike Everett, but the A's leave the bases loaded in the 3rd inning. And the Angels hold their 2-0 lead to the 4th.
Tough break for Oakland.
You can't miss it. They're everywhere. It's the Toyota Tent Event. Toyota's final 05 clearance is going on now at all 58 dealers in Southern California. Choose $1,000 factory cash back or a low 1.9 APR on a new 05 Camry or 05 Solara. Or lease an 05 Camry sedan for just $249 a month for 36 months with 1,000 drive off. Wherever you see tents, you'll see savings. Now that's moving you forward.
I'm Pat Harvey. Tonight after the game, the Angels' new online ticket policy. Hit or miss or foul play? We'll hear from fans. And Derek Jeter's shocking hate mail, how the Yankee star responded to those violent threats. Josh.
Pat, scattered showers across Southern California coming up. I'll tell you how long they're going to last. That's tonight after the game.
Death is coming.
Don't let him touch you. You die if he touches you.
Next, South Park.
Tonight at 11 on KCAL Live.
The crook.
Oh, boy.
The cop.
Whoa, is that a clue?
The comedy everyone's talking about.
That's unusual, right? Yes.
From the creator of Lethal Weapon, Rolling Stone calls Kiss Kiss Bang Bang off-the-wall fun.
Where is the girl? You put a live round in that gun.
It's exciting and ever cool.
It was like an 8% chance. Who taught you math?
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 21st in select cities.
An important inning for the Angels. Confidence stays their way, and the Oakland Athletics, who have gone 4-5 their last 9 games, a young team that might be struggling with their confidence with their inability to get a big hit. And John Lackey with a big strikeout, bases loaded to end the 3rd inning. Now he will sit and rest and watch the American League MVP from 2004 hit. Vlad Guerrero scored a run, reaching on Bobby Crosby's error and scoring on Darren Erstad's double. Takes a rip at Joe Blanton's fastball. Strike 1.
Lots of times when you're a big money pitcher, you make your pitches when the pressure's on. And John did in that at bat against Kotze. He got him to go too.
That ball hit sharply, but right at the 3rd baseman, Eric Chavez. And there's 1 out. Well, Eric Chavez, who is the 3rd baseman for the Athletics, he said yesterday, we've got to sweep the Angels. The door is still open. It's a little cracked, but it's open. And if we go 3-1 against the Angels, we're still 2 games out with 3 to play, but we've got to sweep. And when you start thinking that way, rather than 1 game at a time, that can be dangerous. They understand the bottom line, though. All the Angels in a good position.
All the 1-run games decided by these 2 teams this year, you know, coming in, it's going to be a seesaw battle. But that's a big blow that the A's couldn't come through with runners on and 2 outs. Bases full.
But like you said, John Lackey has been a big game pitcher, and he did not let the situation affect him. There's Erstad trying to drop one to left, but Crosby says he has it. He does for the 2nd out.
That's Joe Blanton. More pressure on John Lackey.
He had the 1 rough inning, the 2nd, when he allowed both runs. It started on the error by Bobby Crosby, but then on an 0-2 count to Darren Erstad, he gave him too good a pitch, and Erstad ripped it all the way to the wall and drove in the 1st run, and Juan Rivera would then drive home Steve Finley, who reached on the fielder's choice. So now Benji Molina comes up with a base hit, and that stops the Blanton streak that had retired 6 straight Angels.
Center fielder, number 12, Steve Finley.
Angels saw their 8-game win streak end yesterday in an 8-4 loss to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Finley had an opportunity last at bat to knock in a run. He didn't, but Juan Rivera picked him up. The 1 hit he's got off Blanton in 7 at bats was a big fly.
And a game-winning home run in a 1-0 victory. It was a great pitching matchup back in April between Blanton and Kelvin Escobar when he was healthy. He's got good stuff, Hud.
Sure does, especially command of that changeup. He's thrown that a few times to batters. He's got the little slider. Curveballs is probably his money pitch.
He's low to Steve Finley. He was acquired with a first-round pick from the Yankees as compensation for the Yankees signing Jason Giambi. Blanton is the best prospect from the A's 2002 Moneyball draft. And Finley takes a rip and hits it well to right field, and that ball is gone. A home run. Benji Molina was looking at the umpire. What's the call? And Tim McClellan said touch them all. And so did the first base umpire, Angel Hernandez. And the Angels have gone up 4-0 on Finley's 12th home run of the year.
Oh, Finley does it again. He connected for a 3-run home run against Tampa Bay last week, which proved to be a game winner. Could this one? Oh, there's the veteran coming through in the last week of the season like he knew he would. Home run. It's over the orange stripe there. Angel Hernandez was right on the call. He hustled out to the outfield. Halo's up 4-0.
Well, it's gotten quiet here at McAfee Coliseum. So quiet you could hear a pin drop on cotton. All of a sudden the wind out of their sails. It's 4-0 Angels.
Well, Finley's doing exactly like he said he would. He said at some point I'm going to carry the ball club. That's confidence. And he's hitting some big home runs here for him lately. And Mike Scioscia knew it all along, but you know, in his little struggles he had offensively, they went ahead and put him back on the pine to chill out a little bit. Got Figgins in center. But Joe Blanton got quick 2 outs in this inning, and then Benji with the base hit and Finley with a 2-runner. Wow. That hurts Oakland right there.
In there with a good curveball, but Joe Blanton, after getting the first 2 outs, he gives up a single to Molina, and then Steve Finley takes him deep. 4-0 Angels.
Second career hit off of Blanton. Both of them. See ya.
Get the bottom line now during Nissan's model year-end clearance. The bottom line on the all-new mid-size Nissan Frontier and the full-size Titan. With 2% financing or $3,000 cash back on the V8 Nissan Titan King Cab. See your Nissan dealer now. Clearance time happens once a year. And that's the bottom line.
You told your girlfriend she couldn't move in. You didn't want furry covers on your toilet seat. But your girlfriend can cook a mean breakfast. Maybe furry covers aren't so bad. The loaded breakfast burrito at Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve.
If you haven't taken advantage of our employee pricing, it's time to zero in. Because for the next 10 days, the deals will only get better during our countdown to zero. We're talking 0 down, 0 payments for 6 months, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $3,000 on top of Employee Pricing Plus. And we've still got a great selection of 05s, like the Town & Country, the PT Cruiser, and the Crossfire Limited. The deals are here, the clock is running. Countdown to zero ends September 30th.
Of this game thus far. John Lackey striking out Mark Kotsay with the bases loaded to end the 3rd inning. And the following frame, Steve Finley hits a 2-out home run. And the Angels are up 4-0. If they win tonight, their magic number will be 2 to win the American League West. But the Angels know they have a long way to go. We are just in the bottom of the 4th inning. But it's the team in first place with the lead. And now John Lackey facing Eric Chavez.
Hey, that was a big moment in that game. Also, that another big moment was Erstad with that big double to get him on the board first. 2 outs.
With 2 strikes on Darren, an 0-2 count, and he rips one in the gap. Lackey goes up and in to Chavez. Love that on an 0-2 count, Rex.
Love that anytime to a hitter. hitter makes him a little bit more uncomfortable. Doesn't quite get the same toe hold at times. Now some guys it wakes him up.
He comes right back and throws the breaking ball, but it's in the dirt, so Chavez doesn't bite.
I remember right here in this ballpark when Tim Hudson nearly knocked Garrett Anderson down, and this guy Garrett never gets hit. He got right back up in that box, and the next pitch he hit a 3-run dinger, man. Some guys didn't get away with pitching in on. Other guys you can't.
Lackey stays with the hook and gets his 4th strikeout of the game.
Nice one. Finishes him off with that. Remember that all set up, that inside 0-2 pitch, that fastball in on him. Wasn't exactly sure what was coming. That big breaker of Johns is breaking about 3 or 4 feet tonight.
Now Bobby Crosby, when John Lackey came up, he had a natural cut with his fastball and actually was much better against left-handers than he was against right-handers. But those numbers changed through the years, and Mike Scioscia, Buddy Black, really felt that he needed an off-speed pitch and also to change speeds on his breaking ball and his fastball at times, and he is showing that this year. And that's why Mike Scioscia really feels like John Lackey has developed into a front-line starter.
Talked about those 13 no decisions. If John had any luck at all this year with a little bit of run support, he'd be up there around 18, 19 wins. He'd be, I mean, he's pitched better this year than he ever has. It's because he's a confident pitcher. He answered the call.
And some of the decisions he's recorded for victories this year have been against baseball's very best. He has won games when Jose Contreras, John Smoltz, Pedro Martinez, Dontrell Willis, Rich Harden have been on the mound. And the Angels or Lackey have won those games. Again the breaking ball. Another strikeout. The 5th for John Lackey. He is 3rd in the American League in that department with now 193 Ks.
That's right. He's got that hammer working. Like I said, 3 feet to the break. Usually starts shoulder height, hammers down around the dirt. Tough pitch, man. I'll tell you what, that hitter, you really got to shorten up on a swing like that. But when you got a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, makes it difficult to shorten up your swing.
Here is Dan Johnson. When the Angels and John Lackey beat the Oakland Athletics at the Big A, Lackey and Blanton were hooked up, and John got out of 2 jams. One was facing Dan Johnson, the other was facing Bobby Kelty. He got Kelty out on a ground out with the bases loaded, but got Dan Johnson with 2 on a tremendous play by second baseman Adam Kennedy, and that may have won the game, John said, for him. Kennedy ranging deep in the hole between first and second base, diving, twisting, and firing a strike to first baseman Darren Erstad. Out of play. Seems like there's always 2 or 3 big moments every game.
Sure, that's what makes the game so grand, Fizz. They're pulled over on the infield. You see Kennedy, he's playing a shallow right field. Vladdy, he's a little bit over towards the line. He's hugging tight. Pull power for Johnson.
And Rich, remember the last time the Angels faced him, they were the first team this year to defend Dan Johnson with 3 infielders on the right side, and he attempted 1 bunt and bunted it foul.
That's right. Mike Scioscia not afraid to move his guys. He trusts their hands. They've all shown they've got great hands in that infield. 3 possible players could end up with a goal. Erstad, Kennedy, and Cabrera. Now Sean Figgins, that guy could win a Gold Glove if they had that category for a utility player. He's an everyday player, but because he plays multiple positions, they still call him a utility player, quote unquote. Figgins, he's in his 153rd game. There's not a utility player in the world that has played that many games.
Time called. And he does not care where you put him as long as he gets to start. In the air, left center field, Juan Rivera is there and makes the catch, and John Lackey with 4 shutout innings. We head to the 5th. Adam Kennedy will lead things off.
The Ford family plan has been the big news of 2005. But now it's clearance time. So get ready for clearance cash. $2,500 on the Focus, $2,500 on the F-150, $3,000 on the Expedition, $4,000 on the Explorer. And all this on top of the same low prices that Ford families pay. So get to your Ford dealer. The Ford you want is here, now with the Ford family plan and clearance cash.
This here is the story of a gangster's rise to power.
I'm Carlito Brigante. You don't never want no beef with me.
From the producer of Scarface and Carlito's Way.
You're gonna bring down Hollywood Nicky.
He's got 3 tons stashed in the safe house.
This loyalty that you have for your friends someday is gonna get you killed. Carlito, Carlito.
Carlito's Way, Rise to Power on DVD Tuesday.
Introducing the 300 horsepower Acura RL. With voice-activated technology and super handling all-wheel drive, power can be shifted front to rear, side to side, and while cornering, the outside rear wheel is accelerated for dramatically improved handling in all weather conditions. The all-new Acura RL.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your California Chrysler dealers. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard. By the new Western Bacon Charbroiled Chicken Sandwich at Carl's Jr. without us, some guys would starve. And by the Nissan Bottom Line Model Year-End Clearance now at your local Nissan dealer. Ends September 30th. Here at the Oakland Coliseum, the Angels with a 4-0 lead over the Oakland Athletics. They have been battling with the A's the second half of the season, back and forth. Just 2 weeks ago, the Angels were even with the Athletics on September 15th, 10 days ago. Both were locked up for first place in the AL West. Adam Kennedy against Joe Blanton flies out to right field and 1 out. But the Angels put together an 8-2 homestand while the Athletics went 4-5. They went from even to a 4-game lead, and Mike Scioscia trying to lead the Angels to their first back-to-back Western championship in the history of the Angels organization. Here is Sean Figgins. How responsible has this guy been? Well, a 7-game streak recently. He's 0 for 2 in this one.
Figgy batting from the left side is hitting .313, 245 from the right side. Man, his average from the right side has really come up recently.
Batting over 300 the last month of the season. Slices it to left field, and it stays up though for Jay Payton, and 2 outs.
Shortstop.
So the trouble for Joe Blanton started with 2 outs in the 4th inning after he retired Vlad Guerrero and Darren Erstad. Benji Molina singled, and then Steve Finley rode a 2-run home run out. Orlando Cabrera now comes up. Blanton gets strike 1. Joe has thrown now a total of 59 pitches. Number 60 is a ball outside, breaking ball. He had really held down the Angels this year. Even though he has lost both games, both have been brilliantly pitched games by the Angels. John Lackey and Kelvin Escobar. There's a fly ball to right field, and diving and making a remarkable catch is Nick Swisher.
Swisher got that haircut so he could run faster. Nice play.
When design impacts performance, performance returns the favor. The 6-speed, 298 horsepower G35. Behold, the shape of performance. Infinity. A line has been drawn.
This is our 25th anniversary local dollar menu.
I can get anything I want here for just $1?
Yeah.
But that's a Taco El Carbone with grilled chicken.
A spicy cheese quesadilla with real pepper jack.
No more tasteless fast food deals.
So, Grill Master, I can get anything here for just $1?
Jinx! Jinx! Triple jinx!
You owe me a Coke.
John Lackey, he's been brilliant tonight. He's got 5 punch-outs. We're going to show them to you. There's a nice breaking ball. He's really got that hammer working. Got another one there. Chavez got to go. Kotze in a big position there. Bases loaded. Big situation. Chavez again. Crosby's got to go. And Big John Lackey, he knows they can step on Oakland's neck in tonight's game. They got a better chance of winning it all here.
There is the first hit of the game. Jay Payton leads off the 5th inning with a single. Well, Jose Mota is now with us. He's down next to the Angels dugout. Jose, you were talking about John Lackey in our pregame show, and John Lackey showing great bounce back in a big game.
You saw the intensity from that first batter in executing pitches. Has been a little bit of a problem only in 1 inning. But he found the way to get it done, and usually 1 bad inning gets to John Lackey, and he will adjust.
And he didn't miss by much, even though he walked 2 batters and hit a man in that 3rd inning. Benji Molina, we saw him tell Buddy Black, the Angels pitching coach, hey, he's right there.
The one thing I did like mostly was the fact that he did not abandon other pitches. You know, usually you see a lot of guys start missing, get their control out of whack, and they only go to the fastball. Lackey went to his sinker. He dropped from 94 to 88 and then used his curveball nicely.
Yeah, Buddy Black thought maybe he tried to be too fine with his fastball against a good fastball hitting team in the Texas Rangers in his last start, and maybe went with a little too many off-speed pitches.
Day to day, you're given an opportunity to expand and to learn and to get better, but keep using everything you have.
Now Lackey facing Scott Hatteberg, and Hatteberg pops it up. Adam Kennedy calls off Vlad Guerrero to make the catch for the first out of the 5th inning.
Youngsters watching that play. Adam Kennedy called that ball early. He knew exactly where he was. He knew Guerrero was not going to come in, obviously, on that play. He knows where Erstad is playing, and he caught that ball in front of his eyes. In case that ball drops, he still has an opportunity to bounce off of it and get it going down.
Before the ball game, the media was asking the Angels manager Mike Scioscia about the Angels defense and possible Gold Gloves, and Mike, more than anybody else, said Adam Kennedy is a slam dunk Gold Glove at second base.
Well, he's done everything in his power, including the offensive side, to be a Gold Glover.
Orlando Hudson, the O-Dog in Toronto, might have an argument with him, but we'll wait and see after the season.
Mike admitted he's biased. He says, I don't see the other guys every day, but I see this guy every day. And what a job he has done battling back from that knee surgery after missing 7.5 months and coming back in early May this season.
Yankees having no problem with Baltimore tonight. 11-0. Boston having a rain delay right now. That could really present a problem if they get rained out. They got to play 2 tomorrow.
Back leg. Well, we talk about it for the hitters. How about for the pitchers? That drive and push off leg. Watch John Lackey, and then the little bent just as he goes home. He drives that way, follows that lead shoulder, and pushes off nicely.
Great downward leverage at 6 feet 6 inches tall.
A lot of times you'll see other styles. Everybody is different. But a guy like John Lackey with his nice hook, his slurve, his changeup. Steve, you talk about downward. It's a key starting with the back leg. Not so stiff back leg, but one that's flexible that allows him to drive over the front leg.
Stays with the hook, but Nick Swisher doesn't bite, and the count goes to 2-2. And remember, in the offseason, Bud Black asked John Lackey to shorten his stride. He wanted a greater downhill angle, and also the fact that John wouldn't land on his heel more consistently on an even.
Oakland grounds into a lot of double plays, largely because they don't steal. Okay, they don't move the runners very often. They're 13th out of 14 teams in grounding out into double plays. 146 times they've hit into the lane this year.
Mike Zosha talks about that a lot too, Rex. The A's have walked 125 more times than the Angels, but the Angels have stolen 122 more bases. They get more guys in scoring position. The Angels have fewer double plays. The Angels have 28 fewer double plays than the Athletics. And talking to some of the members of the Athletics organization, they said this week the double plays really hurt them.
Right.
And falling out of the race.
It's because they don't move their runners. The Angels, they're 4th in the league in double plays. They move their runners a lot. Keeps them out of double plays.
Jay Payton did not go on even a 3-2 count with 1 out.
So adding to that, Rex, to your comment, importantly, the double plays come also because you mentioned not stealing, but not stealing also causes Adam Kennedy up the middle, Orlando Cabrera at short, and the rest of the league usually to play a little bit just a step deeper because you're not anticipating covering the bag, and you don't anticipate that way, and you give yourself more coverage, obviously, because you know there's not that threat even of a fake on the steal.
He went with the fastball and surprised Nick Swisher, who didn't like the call from Mike Everett, and strikes out looking.
Sixth punch out for John. First by a fastball, caught the upper half. If you don't want to go, you got to hack, or they'll make you go back.
Well, define that strike zone. That's right at the letters.
Big out for Lackey, his 6th strikeout of the game. He's 6 shy of 200. Trying to become the first Angel since Chuck Finley to have 200 strikeouts in a season. Chuck did that back in the '99 campaign. Hey, this guy doesn't have much wear and tear on his arm, Hud, because he was not a pitcher that much in high school. Not that often in junior college until his final year. Breaking ball in there. 2 quick strikes to Mark Ellis.
So John Lackey, when you see him throwing on the side in his side sessions, nice and smooth. Not a whole lot to delivery. Just really follow the big body, follow everything downward angle, and just concentrate on being comfortable with that short step.
Well, a year ago, Jose, I got to stand in the batter's box down in the bullpen when John was having a side session. I asked Buddy Black if he minded. I could see firsthand, and he's got some late movement, late life.
Ellis with a base hit over Sean Figgins' head. Moving to second base, Jay Payton.
I remember Rex talking to Doug Mirabelli, the Boston Red Sox catcher, when they faced Lackey in that late movement.
Yep, there's a breaking ball that landed that was up in the zone. So when that ball's up, all you got to do is pull your hands in, keep a nice short swing. Oakland's going to try to get a little something going and looking for another big hit, though. They'll need 1 or 2 before they can catch Big John. 85 pitches thrown. That's a lot for John, but the Angels, with a bullpen that's been strong in the last homestand, they're ready for any challenge.
Jason Kendall goes after a 2-seam fastball.
You know what was interesting, Jose? I talked to Kendall. You know, he's a gamer. He says that this year has been an off year from a statistics standpoint, but he said he's having more fun than he ever has in his entire career.
Because he's a winner. He likes to win. A lot of years suffering over in Pittsburgh.
And there's so much of an adjustment, Rex. Jason Kendall going from the National League to the American League. Steve Finley, he suffered the adjustment as well. Juan Rivera going from the National League to the American League.
Yeah, he'll be a lot better next year for sure, offensively anyway.
He sends it to center field. And Finley will not get there. It's the third hit of the inning. And 2 Oakland Athletics will come home.
There's the big hit Oakland's looking for. Kendall delivers it with his 27th double. This ball hung up in the air long, but it was well placed. He just threw his hands at it. It hung up so high that the runner at first base was able to score.
No, it really came down to Kendall being a catcher, smart hitter, and really you saw him diving over the plate. He knew after the sinker and the next pitch, he was going to anticipate and guess something middle out. Got extension on that bat right there and got that pitch that Lackey did not want to make.
And he just used his hands too. He didn't try to muscle it or do anything. This guy hasn't hit any home runs in a long time. He's going to put the ball in play with some authority. Now they're out having a chat with Big John, trying to keep him right on focus, not to get rattled, and he hasn't done that this year. In the years past, his emotions sometimes have gotten the best of him.
Lackey has always been a very good starter, but having to grind it through the middle innings, and here we are in the 5th inning, and he has given up 3 hits, 2 runs. Oakland right back in this game, down 4-2. He has thrown 88 pitches. Here's Mark Kotze, who struck out with the bases loaded in the 3rd inning, his last time up.
And he wasn't sure that he went on this, but the bat head cannot cross the plate, but you could see where it did.
Kotze, center field. Finley racing back. He's at the track and makes the catch, ending the 5th inning. Oakland scores 2 and cuts the Angels' lead 2-2.
If you could have any SUV you want, what color Navigator would you get? Now through October 3rd, lease a brand new 2006 Lincoln Navigator for $499 a month. See your California Lincoln Mercury dealer today. Lincoln.
On the next 9 on the Town, Southern California has over 20,000 restaurants, but only a handful of them have a view like this or this. From the top of the skyscrapers to the heart of the forest, from the beautiful California coastline to the center of the action. Discover the best restaurants with a view. And we'll tell you how the food is too on 9 on the Town.
Tomorrow at 6:30
on KCAL 9.
If you're worried about gas prices going crazy, here's some important news. There's now one place where gas prices have hit an all-time low. Your Mitsubishi dealer. Introducing Gas Comes Standard. Right now, when you purchase or lease any new 2005 Mitsubishi, you get a year's worth of gas on us. So head over to your nearest Mitsubishi dealer and get even more thrills per gallon. Mitsubishi. Driven to thrill.
Top of the 6th, Angels holding on 4-2. As both pitchers have done a nice job in tonight's game. They're holding their opponents down, trying to keep this an exciting game. But you can see after 5 innings, 4 hits given up by Blanton, couple earnies, 2 earned runs for Big John Lackey, 6 strikeouts for Lackey, 4 for Blanton. See the pitch total of John Lackey at 90, 61 for Blanton.
Now you find a way to keep pressuring Blanton. He has not made a whole lot of pitches, as Rex was mentioning, and the graphic showed. I think stealing bases, putting men aboard, is going to play a big part of the rest of this ball game.
That's right. Garrett wants to stay away from the hat trick. He's punched out twice already.
He does, but lines out to Mark Ellis.
Well, Vladdy Guerrero is the one guy that Ken Monka, the manager of the A's, does not want him to beat him. So what does he do? He tells, in the second inning, he tells Kendall off the plate inside. Vladdy sees only 2 pitches, as we can see right here. But look at Kendall. That is the key where his glove is, way off the plate, because he wants Vladdy to think, hey, we're going to pitch to you inside. If Vladdy sees the same thing away, it's not the same. He lays off of it. And here we go again. Same pattern.
Down and into him. Strike one as he fouls it off.
I think it's around the league that when you want to pitch around him, try to be more careful, obviously, by showing him something in, because he's more liable at swinging at it.
It is amazing that he has the numbers he does at 342 with the injuries that Garrett Anderson has suffered in the month of September, and teams not pitching to him as much. But he came in at 342 with 6 home runs this month alone, Jose.
Exactly. And watch that last curveball all set up because Vladdy's still thinking fastball's in.
So it's important to come inside.
And with his numbers and 100+ RBIs again, another year for Vladdy and 30+ home runs. Let's not forget this guy missed 18 games in the middle of summer.
Center field. Kotsay off to the races. He gets there. And then it looked like in the exchange from glove to hand, that's when Kotsay made the mistake, so it is an out.
Mike Scioscia is not convinced, though. He is not convinced.
Well, both umpires are out there talking about how when on the exchange from glove to hand that he had already made the out.
Well, one thing I noticed with Mike was he was sprinting over there towards second base. As he said, I thought you said safe. You open your arms with your palms down saying, hey, the ball's in play still.
That's exactly what he's saying. Angel's saying, hey, look, you know what? I agree with him, but it was the Gibson that went like, you know, safe. It almost looked like that he didn't make the catch. But then he corrected his body language by saying that on the takeout of the glove. Watch him, okay? He's out, and there was a transfer there. Okay, they met out there. Okay, right here you see me. Okay, he catches it, he's out, he's transferring it. That's the correct call.
He had enough possession of it, that's no doubt.
I think Mike Scioscia is only arguing about the safe call where the arms were spread open.
That is exactly what I saw from the time Mike sprinted over towards second base or short center field.
And Tim McClellan is walking Mike Scioscia back. Tim, the crew chief.
Alfredo Griffin coaching first base. I could hear him from here right in front of me. Just saying to Vladdy, go. You got to keep going. He called him safe. He said you can still go.
You may have seen Mike Scioscia stay in the field for like 2 minutes last week in a play at second base. Let's see the play in center field on Kotsay.
Okay, nice job of getting back on the ball there. Okay, he's there in plenty of time. He catches it, and on the transfer from glove to hand, he fumbled it. Turn the page. Now, here's Ersty.
But last week there was a play at second base, and Mike Scioscia went out to argue, and we clearly thought that Orlando Cabrera came up into the batter automatic double play, and Mike Scioscia said he was not arguing that. He was arguing the fact that when he went out there to establish himself, the umpire said, no, you cannot slide through the base. And Mike said, well, if that's your argument, I've got a beef with you, because you can slide through the base. There's a ground ball hit to third, and Eric Chavez throws out. Darren Erstad, the inning is over. We head to the last of the 6th inning. Mike Scioscia loses his argument, but a correct call by second base umpire Greg Gibson.
If you haven't taken advantage of our employee pricing, it's time to zero in. Because for the next 10 days, the deals will only get better during our countdown to zero. We're talking 0 down, 0 payments for 6 months, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $3,000 on top of Employee Pricing Plus. And we've still got a great selection of 05s, like the Town & Country, the PT Cruiser, and the Crossfire Limited. The deals are here, the clock is running. Countdown to Zero ends September 30th.
Greg has trouble getting up for breakfast, but today he's in for a treat. Because right now at Jack in the Box, he can try my new ciabatta breakfast sandwich. Lightly toasted ciabatta bread stacked with Black Forest ham, bacon, eggs, melting cheese, and hollandaise sauce.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Whoa, Greg, put some jammies on.
What shape will the alternative vehicle of the future take? Will it be roomy, yet fuel efficient? Will it run cleaner, yet more powerfully? It will, if it's the world's first luxury hybrid, the Lexus RX 400H, the first vehicle of the future you'll want to drive today. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today, and by Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. Here in Northern California, we're at McAfee Coliseum, where the Angels are looking for their 90th win of the year. They're 1 win shy of their 8th 90th win in club history. John Lackey to face Eric Chavez, Bobby Crosby, Dan Johnson in the 6th inning, and Chavez goes after the first pitch and fouls it back for strike 1. These Athletics were battling the Angels throughout the season, but they are only 19 and 22 their last 41 games after going through a stretch where they were an incredible 39 and 9 from June 18th on.
Now he's showing Eric Chavez a couple of things soft early in the at-bat. Not quite falling into the pattern, just want to vary things just a bit right now.
He does stay with the breaking ball, and it's lifted to center field for Steve Finley, and 1 man out. Hey guys, spring training will be here before you know it. I know it's the end of the 05 season, but hey, time to make your plans to be part of the action for spring training next year. Join the Angels in sunny Tempe, Arizona on the official Angels spring training package. Each package includes hotel accommodations, great seats at the games, and exclusive barbecue with Mike Scioscia and the players. For more information, visit springtrainingtours.com or call 1-800-8-WARM-UP. That's 1-800-892-7687. And remember, it's going to be a brand new spring training complex in Tempe. Minor leaguers and major leaguers both there. Adam Kennedy throws out Bobby Crosby, 2 gone.
Angels bench has done a nice job lately. Jose Molina, Zach Sorensen, Meister Sturz, Rob Quillen. One thing is, you watch these guys on the bench, and all those good at-bats, pinch hitting, start right there. You visualize, you see where guys are playing, what kind of patterns, who's in their bullpen. Base running instincts, same thing. Defensively with Molina, Josh Paul. Everything starts by watching the game closely, and pretty soon all those guys will disappear, start getting loose, go to the cage, go to the batting tee, and so forth.
Jose Mota, how about that 8-game win streak? Look at who were some of the guys who had the game-winning hits. Rob Quinlan had a game-winning hit. Casey Kochman with a game winner. Steve Finley, that big home run. Jose Molina, a game-winning hit.
What happens now, too, they know when. They anticipate situations as to when Mike Scioscia might use them. Curtis Pride scoring from second base the other night, showing that speed that he had in the good jump and cutting third base and making it easy on Ron Renicky. Things like that start right now.
And that's the whole key for a bench player's success. He's got to know when to be ready.
There's a tapper just past John Lackey. Tough play for Kennedy, can't make it. And Dan Johnson has an infield hit.
Not much you can do on a swinging bunt like this, just getting by John Lackey. And Kennedy was playing Johnson way back. We showed you earlier he was shallow right in the grass. There's no way he could have come in and made this play. Even if he bare hands it there, Johnson likely would have been safe. Nice try, but Kennedy was way too deep.
Just to where Kennedy made it, it's absolutely brilliant.
Right.
I mean, you have to take something away, which is that base hit between first and second, or that line drive, but you also have to give something. And if you want to give something up, it's better that one than the base hit between you and Erstad.
John Lackey has thrown 99 pitches, so Scott Shields and Kelvin Escobar both jump up in the Angels pen. That bullpen was outstanding on the homestand. They only allowed 7 runs in 33 and a third innings.
One thing Scott Shields has been doing as of late, he's been very sharp. Late movement, he says everything because he's been throwing and adjusting a tilt that he found in his delivery by throwing on flat ground.
Well, you see Bartolo Colon, John Lackey, all the starters do that a lot. Long toss, flat ground.
And Shields, he said, one thing is, I went to the video first, that's where I saw it. Then it was time to go to flat ground and play catch. But he says that tilt was changing my arm slot, and I was not getting the sharp breaking ball over or that late movement on my cut fastball and my sinker.
Jay Payton represents the tying run. He has 18 home runs this year and 13 as a member of the A's after he did not receive much playing time with the Red Sox, acquired in the Chad Bradford deal. Boston and Toronto rained out the New York Yankees, up 11-0 on the Baltimore Orioles. Randy Johnson looking for his 16th win there.
So Schilling will start the second game. Wakefield will start the first game. That might alter that final 3 games of the season's plan between the showdown between former teammates Schilling and Johnson. May not happen now.
Well, you're right, Rex. Now there's a guy who is going to get extra rest, and there might be a guy who may have to go on shorter rest.
And that's very taxing for the position players to play 2 games in one night this time of the season. So that could be an advantage to the Yankees.
A breaking ball, and Payton strikes out. So John Lackey, 6 solid innings, 2 runs allowed. The Angels with a 4-2 lead going to number 7 here in Oakland.
Look at the bite on this.
The Ford family plan has been the big news of 2005. But now it's clearance time. So get ready for clearance cash. $2,500 on the Focus, $2,500 on the F-150, $3,000 on the Expedition, $4,000 on the Explorer. And all this on top of the same low prices that Ford families pay. So get to your Ford dealer. The Ford you want is here, now with the Ford family plan and clearance cash.
I was tired of being left behind. I wanted a life.
My own life.
So I did something about it.
I picked up the phone.
And I called Bryman.
And I became a pharmacy technician.
A dental assistant.
A medical administrative assistant.
It was fast, easy, and affordable. And all because I made one call.
I have an amazing life.
Bryman College can train you for a great career in the healthcare field. Call 800-4BRYMAN. Bryman College. Dream it, learn it, do it today.
So what are you waiting for?
Rebirth of Civic, all new from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.
Chrysler game summary. So much of the Angels' success this year revolves around starting pitching, and John Lackey, 2 runs, 7 strikeouts in 6 innings. Finley went deep. Joe Blanton has been sharp, but gave up 2 runs back in the 2nd inning and 2 more in the 4th. Finley's home run right now the difference in the game.
You see Paul Byrd there talking with John Lackey. Lackey went over the 200 inning pitch mark, and so will Paul Byrd in his next start, giving the Angels 3 starters with over 200 innings. Hadn't happened since '92.
Mark Langston, Jim Abbott, Chuck Finley. Benji Molina will lead off the 7th inning. He's beginning to get his hit stride back. 9 for his last 22. Checks his swing there and rolls it foul.
Jose, how's the weather down there? Is it wind picking up a little bit?
I don't feel it as much over here, but you can see with the flags, the swirling, but it's pretty cold, I would say. Good playing weather, not bad.
The game time temperature, first pitch was 60 degrees. They say it's in the high 50s right now. Wind chill. We'll let Jose Mota give us the wind chill index.
59.
I'll bet it's a little chillier than that. Just stand around a little more longer. And Jose is right next to the Angels dugout, so he gets a a very good perspective what Mike Scioscia and the coaching staff are doing.
That's why he's inside the game.
One more time, mañana.
We're on top of the game up here. Jose, he's just battling. He just right now, good two-strike approach, waiting for a mistake from Blanton. This is exactly what good hitters will do. They'll just hack around anything borderline. They don't want to get called out striking. Benji is not a guy that strikes out very often.
Came back in and got him on a fastball to pop it up. Mark Ellis, 1 out. Well, here is Steve Finley. Last time up, 4th inning, got a pitch to his liking from Blanton.
That's right. Almost identical to the pitch that he hit off of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Except that one was a little bit further outside. Finn gets up there. He's looking to yank. Turn and burn.
It's good to see a guy like this just battling through it, but not being tentative at all. Just letting it rip. Got nothing to lose.
And he's a veteran. And, you know, he'll be the first to tell you, like Jason Kendall. Had an off year statistically, but they don't give up. That's what veterans do. They finish strong.
So if his home run makes a difference tonight, it'll be the second in the last 4 games for the Angel where his home run makes a difference.
Saturday's home run off Doug Wechter, a 3-run shot. Here's the 0-2 from Blanton, way outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. But the one thing you admire about a professional like Steve Finley, you get to the ballpark 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there he is with all the extra guys taking extra hitting with Mickey Hatcher. In there, they called that a strike, and Steve Finley didn't like the call. He thought it was a bit low. Instead, it is strike 3 call.
Finley thought it was down. They're setting up inside. And he might have had an argument there, but anything close with 2 strikes, you got to be hacking if you don't want to go back. But
well, we've seen the extremes with the home plate umpire now on Swisher up at the letters, and this one borderline low, I would say, against Finley.
Juan Rivera up. Juan is singled to drive in the run and struck out looking. Blanton struck him out on the curveball and starts him with a curveball.
Juan says his timing obviously much better now that he's seeing regular playing time.
And he lines another into left field for a base hit, racing over Jay Payton. Stops it before it gets to the wall. Rivera races to second, gets there with a 2-out double.
Rivera does a great job of reaching out on this little breaking ball on the outer half, but he stuck it. Now his backside fell out, but he was able to do a nice swing with his hands there. And once the ball hit in the outfield, it took off. Okay, it picked up speed right there. Payton did a great job of getting over and gloving it.
Talk about his timing. The fact is, when he starts those hands early, he can recognize pitches like that and drive them through and not cut it swing short.
Well, the Angels have scored 3 of their 4 runs with 2 outs in this game. Adam Kennedy is up. Strike 1. Blanton throws that off-speed pitch.
He really has the ability to pitch backwards. For a young pitcher, I think that's a plus to learn that early, competing in a division, and not to back off of that plan. There he goes again.
Oh, and in a league where it's offense dominated with a designated hitter, you're going to see a difference, especially National League players coming over here. You're going to get a lot of breaking balls and fastball counts. That's what you mean by pitching backwards.
Showed great toughness starting the year 0-5 in his first 5 starts. He's 11-6 since. And again, he has not thrown a fastball to Adam Kennedy. 2 changeups and a curve. Justin Duxure warming up down in the Athletics bullpen. The Angels likely will go with Kelvin Escobar when the Angels take the field in the last of the 7th inning. Kennedy got it in on his hands, and Chavez will take care of him. So the Angels lose the 2-out double by Juan Rivera.
We've been offering you employee pricing all summer long. Now we're in the final countdown to 0. For the next 10 days, get 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $4,500 on top of employee pricing plus. And we've still got a huge selection of 05s, like the Hemi-powered Ram, the all-new Dakota with best-in-class interior room, and the Durango with a 5-star frontal crash test rating. Hurry, countdown to 0 ends September 30th at your local Dodge dealer.
I'm Pat Harvey. Tonight after the game, the Angels' new online ticket policy. Hit or miss or foul play? We'll hear from fans. And Derek Jeter's shocking hate mail, how the Yankee star responded to those violent threats. Josh.
Pat, scattered showers across Southern California coming up. I'll tell you how long they're going to last. That's tonight after the game.
Death is coming.
Don't let him touch you. You die if he touches you.
Next, South Park.
Tonight at 11 on KCAL 9.
Get the bottom line during Nissan's model year-end clearance. The bottom line on Nissan Pathfinder, Armada, Murano. Plus, get 3% financing or $1,000 cash back on the new, bigger Nissan Xterra. See your Nissan dealer now. Clearance time happens once a year, and that's the bottom line.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of Angels Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball.
We're here on KCAL tonight, KCAL 9 tonight, and we'll have our final KCAL 9 game of the year tomorrow night. It'll be Joe Kennedy against Irvin Santana. Game 2 of this 4-game series. The Angels' magic number to clinch the American League West is 4. And the Athletics have been talking about sweep. Well, John Lackey gave the Angels 6 innings, 2 runs allowed, and now he'll hand that baseball to Kelvin Escobar, who has returned to the bullpen, coming back from the disabled list on September 6th of this year. 3.07 ERA, and he has really made that bullpen rock solid on that homestand. He worked 3 innings September 22nd against the Texas Rangers, struck a man out, and he earned his first save since May 4th, 2003 versus the Angels while with Toronto. He will face the bottom of the order, Scott Hatteberg, Nick Swisher, and then Mark Ellis.
Escobar, fastball, slider, split finger changeup. This guy's cool under pressure. He knows how to pitch, knows how to relieve as well. He can start, he can do just about anything. Look at that. Nasty off-speed pitches. He has command of everything. Hitters basically got to look for fastballs and adjust to the breaking stuff because he's nasty. Huh, Jose?
Many people think he has the best changeup in baseball right now.
From a righty. Look at it. There it was there. Nice call, Jose. Now he gets ahead with his off-speed pitches. He could use that slider. He could use a split finger. He's tough. Now he's not perfect, and these guys aren't machines, but he's dangerous, and he's added an extra boost for the Angels in the right time. There's a splitty, and Mike Scioscia knew it would. You know, Mike Scioscia, in his 6th year managing, he's already a world champion 2 times as a player. He's got a great idea, and when Escobar came back, Escobar said, hey, I'll do whatever they want me to do. And Mike says, you know what, I'm thinking that this is going to be better in the bullpen for Escobar. It's going to make our team stronger.
You think of him as that player the Angels acquired. You know, he struggled with the decision of having surgery or not. He said, I could have pitched through the pain. I don't know how much damage I was going to cost myself and the team in the future, but he said the timing is what I want it to be right. I wanted to be able to come back and help in September.
He missed 2 months of the season because of right elbow problems. Had surgery to shave down a bone spur, excuse me. Here is the 1-2 count. Hatteberg takes it low, and the count is even 2-2. And Mike Scioscia made an interesting comparison with Kelvin Escobar. He compared him to Sean Figgins. He said, hey, we can move Figgins all over the diamond and find success. Here's a guy who can start, he can set up, he can save, he can go middle relief, center field, Steve Finley, and 1 man out.
Tell you, all happened by default, but one thing Kelvin did not like over when he was in Toronto was bouncing back between relieving and starting, which was why he was so happy when he signed with the Angels. But he also knew this year things changed right away, especially because of Irvin Santana.
And because he's been so successful in the bullpen, a lot of media members have been asking Mike Scioscia, where will he be in 2006? And Mike didn't even say, I'm not going to talk about that in the offseason. He said, Escobar's our starter. So he'll be in the rotation next year. Number 9 batter, Nick Swisher. A's coming off lose 2 out of 3 series against the Texas Rangers. They lost yesterday 6-2.
Tell you what, though, up in Philadelphia, those fans waited through a 2-hour and 35-minute rain delay to watch Jimmy Rollins, Oakland's Stars, where he's from, extend his hitting streak to 31 games.
Phillies lead that game 4-2. Houston has the day off, and Houston is the wild card leader by 1 over Philadelphia coming into tonight.
Some great races going around. It's great for the fans of baseball in many cities.
White Sox lost today. They had a 2.5 game lead on the Cleveland Indians. The Tribe has the day off. Cleveland's won 17 of their last 20, and Chicago lost 4-3 at Detroit. But Magglio Ordonez wanted to get back at his old team.
You better believe it.
Swisher to right field. Vlad Guerrero will not reach this one. Plays it off the wall. And Swisher stops at second base with a double.
Well, it's not going to be automatic with Kelvin. One thing is they have made contact hard now, a couple of batters.
That's right. That was the fastball, but it was elevated. See, it's up out over the plate. So Command with that fastball, not where he wanted it on that one.
And the Angels saw the Athletics come back on them. Last time they had a 3-game series here. The Angels won the first game 9-2. But in game 2, they had a 2-1 lead in the 7th inning, lost it 4-3. In game 3, they had a 4-0 lead going to the 7th and lost it 5-4. Oakland needs that kind of magic. They were talking they must sweep. Mark Ellis, the batter, their hottest hitter. He's been on twice with a walk and a hit.
So the consistency of Mike Scioscia and the players, and they're around their clubhouse. They talk sweep. Mike Scioscia talks today. Let's take care of today. What do we have to do to play a good ball game?
I talked with Darren Erstad about that one day at a time mentality, and he admitted, he said, you know, it's sometimes not an easy thing to do because the game can snowball on you so quickly, but you have to let it go. You've got to let the bad go and move on. And he said our skipper Mike Scioscia just has planted that seed with us from the very beginning when he started in 2001.
Buddy Black as a pitching instructor, same thing. Next pitch.
Big pitch by Kelvin Escobar to strike out Mark Ellis. So 2 gone now in the last of the 7th inning.
No, but you know, lately the Angels haven't had a lot of bad to wash down the drain. They've been good. Split finger finishes off Ellis right there. I mean, they tied their season high 8-game winning streak at the right time. That basically buried Oakland during that stretch. As they started last week, tied for first, and ended up at the end of the week 4 games up. Hasn't been a whole lot of bad to wash away, but the Angels aren't out of this one.
Well, here's the guy who's responsible for the 2 Oakland runs. Jason Kendall takes strike 1. Kendall hit by a pitch in the 3rd, but came up with 2 outs against John Lackey in the 5th inning. And sent a double in the gap left center field to score Jay Payton and Mark Ellis. Swisher at second base, now 2 out. Up the middle, and Cabrera cuts it off. His throw right on the money, and we will head to the 8th inning. The Angels holding a 4-2 lead as Escobar works out of trouble in the 7th. See you later, Jose.
Chicos, hasta la vista.
A simple brushstroke unites performance and design. With the engine placed near the center of gravity, and the wheels pushed to the far corners, a simple brushstroke becomes the more agile, more balanced G35. Infinity. A line has been drawn.
This is a robbery. We're coming down to empty that vault. Give me your password. Okay.
Lawless.
Must be bad guys.
Rebellious.
You want to run this ship? Yes. Well, you can't.
Reckless.
Faster! Faster will be better!
And they're the good guys.
How long do you think you can run from us?
This Friday.
They're coming.
Catch a ride.
Or we could talk more.
With the crew.
No.
Of Serenity. Rated PG-13. In theaters Friday.
As a baseball player, I want to get as many hits as I can, but not the kind of hits that the environment takes every day. I'm Darren Erstad of the Angels. It's up to all of us to be team players and run interference by doing simple things like putting trash in trash cans and cigarette butts in an ashtray, not the street. Recycle used motor oil and filters and picking up after our dogs every time. So do the right thing. Call 888-CLEAN-LA to find out more ways to be a team player for the environment.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. By the new Western Bacon Charbroiled Chicken Sandwich at Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve. And by Acura. Experience the performance today at your local Acura dealer. We're in the East Bay of Northern California. Cool evening. Steve Fiziak, Rex Udler, Jose Mota with you. The Angels with a 4-2 lead. The Angels scored 2 runs in the second on big hits by Erstad and Juan Rivera, then took a 4-0 lead on a 2-run home run by Steve Finley. Oakland scored 2 in the 5th. Here is Sean Figgins, and he takes a strike. Sean Figgins so responsible to the Angels' success this year. Look at the leadoff importance. The last 5 World Series champions, Damon, Pierre, Eckstein, Womack, Jeter, all scoring a lot of runs and also stealing a lot of bases. And Sean Figgins came in tied with Scott Pasetnik, most steals in the American League with 56, and a career-high 108 runs. He is looking for his first hit of the game to try and extend his hit streak to 8 straight games. Into left field. Oakland's Jay Payton had him played perfectly, so 1 man out to start the 8th inning. Our in-game box score shows that the Angels have only needed 5 hits to get their 4 runs. Joe Blanton has pitched well and working now into the 8th inning.
Big fly by Finley could be the difference.
Right now it is, or it would be a 2-2 game. Orlando Cabrera up. Cabrera robbed of a base hit and a tremendous diving catch by Nick Swisher in right field to end the 5th inning. This is Orlando's 52nd game, Rex, in that #2 spot. He was hitting down in the order, 8. And now he's moved up to #2 in the Angels offense. Been a little more consistent, but our Dodge league leaders showing the toughest to strike out. You want your #2 guy not to strike out that much, and he's the 3rd toughest to K. Jason Kendall is right up there, and Orlando skies one to left. Payton pulls it down for the 2nd out. Rex, the last time the Angels played Oakland, they had lost a season high 5 games in a row and dropped a 2-1 game in 11 innings to the A's. Well, the very next day, the Angels hosted a Boys and Girls Club luncheon, and Mike Scioscia was talking to the kids backstage and asked the kids for advice, and he expected them to tell him about, why don't you start this guy, why don't you play this guy. And Mike said one 10-year-old kid told him, hey, are you guys having fun? And Mike said, sure, we're having fun. Are you playing hard? And he said, sure, we're playing hard. And he said, well, then you probably win. Well, the Angels are 16-8 since that conversation. They're leading 4-2 in this one.
Great advice.
The 6-speed, 270 horsepower Acura TL adjusts to the way each individual accelerates, brakes, and takes on the curves. Because no two drivers are alike. The Acura TL, a higher form of performance.
There's a time in every guy's life when he's finally out on his own. It's a time of experimentation, of trial and error, mostly error. The breakfast burger at Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve.
Welcome back to the Barrett-Jackson Collector Car Auction.
Next up, it's the 2006 Dodge Charger.
It's the RT with the 340-horse Hemi, 18-inch alloys, muscular styling.
I particularly like this razor edging along here. Look at that, dual exhaust. Even the interior looks straight out of a custom shop.
75. No, it's actually around 26.
Loaded up straight out of the factory. Charger. Take it. Unleashed.
Tonight's game recap shows that second inning, Crosby, leadoff batter, threw the ball away. That opened up the floodgates, and Juan Rivera coming through right there, scoring Finley. 2 unearned runs. Then Kotze comes up. Lackey gets him with a strikeout with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And then Finn, the win. Stepped on that heater by Blanton. 2-run ding-dong. And then Big John Lackey strikes out Jay Payton in the inning. He punched out 7 through 103 pitches. Only 2 earned runs. Big John Lackey has his team on tracky.
Joe Blanton pitched very well, but he is trailing 4-2 going to the last of the 8th inning. Kelvin Escobar worked a shutout 7 after John Lackey had gone 6 innings, allowing just 2 runs. Mark Kotze will lead things off. He has struck out twice and flied out, but both times against the Angels starter. Kotze immediately takes strike 1 from Kelvin Escobar. Kotze to right field, right at Vlad Guerrero. He'll come in about 5-6 steps, makes the catch, and there's 1 down to start the 8th inning.
Hard to square Escobar up. Off-speed pitches, you know, split fingers. You really got to focus and hope he makes a mistake up in the zone. It can be hit. Not very often.
Made 1 mistake, and that was to Nick Swisher, who doubled down the right field line. But he was left stranded when Escobar struck out Ellis and got Kendall on a ground out. Eric Chavez, plenty of power here. Always good to see this guy up with nobody on. He leads the team in home runs with 25, and this is the 6th straight year he's hit at least 25 home runs. Good batter out of the San Diego, California area. Last year suffered a broken hand and missed 5 weeks and still hit 29 home runs. Plate discipline for a 2-0 count.
Just missed that one. Well, Escobar did on the outside corner. Tell you, Chavez started the season slowly this year, man. I mean, he was just creeping. His average was under 200 for the longest of time. He wasn't hitting for any power. But he'll tell you, like any veteran player, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Now his numbers have rounded up nicely. 270, 25, and 96.
But you wonder where they would be if he had greater protection behind him. Tonight it's Bobby Crosby, who was their number 3 hitter, but they have had so many different players, from Jay Payton to Dan Johnson, hitting behind Chavez, and this is why they need protection. And Chavez belts it out off Escobar, and Eric has his 26th, and now Oakland within 1 of the Angels.
Okay, credit that good hitting right there for looking for a mistake and doing something with it. '26th home run. A's drawing closer here late in this ball game. You can see how this is up in the zone. Off-speed pitch. Landed right on the barrel of his bat. Torched it out of here.
After the Angels scored 4 straight runs, Oakland has come back with 3 unanswered. It is another 1-run game between the Angels and the Athletics. Oakland has won 6 games against the Angels this year by 1 run. The Angels have won 2. Escobar gets 2 quick strikes now to Bobby Crosby, who's 0 for 3. And he sends one to third. Sean Figgins throws out Crosby. 2 gone in the 8th inning.
I like how Sean Figgins gets his feet on a ball coming in before he throws the ball. A lot of guys will throw off balance and then really sometimes will have errant throws. But he's been so good at third base this year. He knows in order to make a strong, accurate throw, you got to shuffle those feet and line them up towards the place you're throwing first base.
His ability to go back and forth from center field to third base is remarkable. Well, here is Dan Johnson, good power hitter. Johnson with 15 big flies and wasn't called up until the very end of May. His emergence, along with Bobby Crosby's return from the disabled list, very responsible for the A's taking off. They were 12.5 games back of the Angels on May 30th. A 17-32 record. They are 68-38 since. Ken Moffitt didn't like the call from Mike Everett.
2 nice pitches, off speed, both of them, on the corners, right where he wants them.
Johnson calls time.
Well, I'll tell you, that's really good plate discipline with 2 strikes on you to take a pitch like that. Fastball in the outer half. Perfect location, too, for Escobar. That's where he wants to stay, 0-2. See if he works that off-speed pitch. All those fingers that Benji just put down usually means splitter.
A's bullpen beginning to work Houston Street just in case the Athletics take the lead. Then Street would come on. He's their closer. The Angels right now with a 4-3 lead. 2 out, 8th inning. Angels' magic number to clinch the American League West is 4. They came in with a 4-game lead and a 4-game series with the Athletics tonight through Thursday. Ground ball, Erstad gets it to Escobar. The inning is over. Oakland scores a run on Eric Chavez's 26th home run of the year, but Escobar holds the lead at 4-3.
V6 power, traction control, ABS. It even comes in a sport wagon and a 5-door. Man, this car sells itself. No offense.
People are getting the message. Mazda's on the move with Mazda 6. Now during the Mazda 6 drive, get up to $2,000 cash back on the 2005 Mazda 6 sports sedan. It's the end of the boring sedan. See your Southern California Mazda dealer now.
KCAL 9, Southern California's #1 choice for local news during the day, welcomes 2 of LA's most respected television journalists with an all-new hour of local news, weekdays at 4 p.m. Join Harold Green
for live coverage of breaking news and our up-to-the-minute Skyview forecast.
Ann Martin.
The stories that matter most to you.
People you know. Local coverage you depend on. KCAL 9 News at 4 p.m. with Harold Green and Ann Martin.
Morning. Come on, champ. Move those feet. Bump. Weave. Bump. Kick the addiction. Do it. Hey, run over me. Get up. You can't fight cigarette addiction without a solid plan.
The Angels with a 4-3 lead will try and add to that. They have a 1-run edge here, top of the 9th inning. A 4-game lead in the American League West with 6 to go after tonight. And the offense will see a new pitcher. It'll be Justin Dukeshire, a 2.34 ERA. He was outstanding in the first half of the season. He's been hit hard in the latter half, even though opponents only batting .218 against him. Great control, only 18 walks against 77 strikeouts.
Dukeshire, he's got a cut fastball from 86 to 88. Curveball and a changeup will be his weapons that he hopes that he can retire the Angels here and give the A's a chance in the 9th inning. But he's got to face pretty good hitters, starting off with Big Daddy Vladdy.
Guerrero reached in an error back in the second and scored on the double by Darren Erstad. 3 big moments in this game. Erstad's 2-strike double. John Lackey striking out Kotsay with the bases loaded. And Steve Finley's 2-out home run. The Angels would like to get that momentum back after Oakland scored 3 unanswered runs. And they have pounded Guerrero inside with the fastball. Last time we were here, Ken Maka in a tie game walked Vlad Guerrero with 2 out in the 9th inning. Down the line foul.
Well, he knows in one swing of the bat, Vladdy can make a difference in the score here.
Mike Scioscia's coming out to argue with third base umpire Tim McClellan.
Well, you wonder if that last argument Mike had didn't upset Mike a little bit. Timmy McClellan walking him off the field. And so Mike wants to finish off his argument. He thinks that it was a fair ball. McClellan, he's straddling the line. Okay. Ooh, and it's not. It's if it hits the base or goes over the corner of the base, it's fair, but apparently not. Mike loses the argument and goes back to first, or excuse me, back to the dugout. Angel Hernandez had McClellan's back for him. He was watching that Angel dugout, looking for some chirpers in there.
Big bender is a bit high, and the count goes to 3-1 on Vlad Guerrero.
He throws him that pitch again. That ball could be out of here. He shook once. We'll see. Nope.
It's ball 4. So they work around Guerrero, but now the Angels have the leadoff man on in the 9th inning. With Erstad, Molina, Finley waiting.
First baseman.
And that is the first walk in the game by the Oakland Athletics. John Lackey walked 2, but both came in 1 inning. The third when he was just a bit wild. Erstad doubled with 2 strikes on him back in the 2nd inning to score Vlad Guerrero after he reached second base in the air by Bobby Crosby. Well, the Angels, they are #1 in the American League in stolen bases, 153. The Athletics dead last at 31. You've got a team that puts a lot of pressure on the defense against one that is very patient hitting team.
Against a catcher who's only thrown out 11% of runners this year, Jason Kendall.
Speed pitch grazes that outside corner from Justin Dukeshire. And Vladdy is 13 for 14 this year, stealing bases. Erstad, pretty good hit and run guy as well. Big hole between first and second base, with Johnson holding Guerrero. The Angels 15-8 in this month of September, and the last 2 weeks they've really taken control of the American League West. The Athletics are 10-13 in September. Go from even with the Angels on September 15th. And now the Halos with a 4-game lead. Game 1 of an important 4-game series. The A's were talking sweep coming in. The Angels with their 1 game at a time mentality.
Hey, Ducher, they're going to have to really wait on him. He's not overpowering.
Angels with an 0-2 count, not likely to send Guerrero.
They'll wait for something, and Erstad would like to get what he got back in the 2nd inning on an 0-2 pitch. A ball out over the plate. He drove it over Kotze's head in center field. It's 32nd.
Well, he sends it to center field, but right at Mark Kotze, who will make the catch for the first out of the 9th. Angels bullpen has been very sharp, coming off a homestand with an ERA that was under 2. And Francisco Rodriguez is already warm and ready, just waiting his turn for the bottom of the 9th inning. Benji Molina 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored back in the 4th on Finley's home run. And a pitch out. Steve Finley's blast into the night back in the 4th inning. Taking a fastball from Joe Blanton over the wall, giving the Angels a 4-0 lead. Oakland has scored 3 straight times, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 8th. To go back in standing up. Angels have seen 1 pitch out. It's a good running count here. 1 ball, no strikes. Even though Ducher is a very good command pitcher. Guerrero does not go. The pitch is on the inside corner. Called a strike, and Benji with a little bit of a questionable look to home plate umpire Mike Everett.
Thought it might have been in a hair.
Well, that one's going to be a tough one to hit.
Yep, would have been. Might have shattered his bat. But Benji would like one a little bit better. Good low ball hitter. A lot of his base hits up the middle.
Ball and 2 strikes. Oakland last year finished 1 game behind the Angels in the American League West. They spent 88 days at first and led the American League West by 3 with 9 to go before the Angels overtook Oakland the last week of the season. Molina swings and misses on Ducher, and he strikes him out.
Hey, Ducher, he's dipping it, diving it, and sliding it right away from Benji's bat there. Try to just get a piece of it. And now Ducher's got to face Finley. He's had a nice night tonight with a big 2-run home run.
He takes strike 1. Mike Everett, he's got a pitcher's strike zone in this game. We've seen a lot of puzzled looks on both sides. Certainly Mark Kotze didn't like the call on a strikeout looking, and then later on a swinging strikeout, a check swing with the bases loaded. Big moment in this game back in the 3rd inning. Another in there, and Finley behind, 0-2.
It's pretty good control Ducher's showing right now. Able to hit his spots when he wants to. Now he likely will try to get him to swing out of the zone some. feet. Lackey diving back, making sure he doesn't want to make it out there.
Pretty Kendall with a nice block at the plate.
Pretty weak crowd for a must-win for the Oakland A's. 19,000, a little bit over.
And we have seen a lot of fans in the stands wearing red. Red wave coming up from Southern California. Angels looking for their 90th win of the year. Trying to push the magic number to 2 to clinch the American League West.
We're going to try to stay away from it.
Finley takes it back up the middle and gets a base hit. Guerrero will stop at second base. And they throw behind and Vladdy has to dive back in. If there's one word for the way he runs the bases, it is reckless.
You know, Kotze knows him. So he just says, you know what, I'm going to come up and not hit the cutoff man. I'm just going to throw it directly to second. Good swing there. Great hands right there by Finley on a ball outside. Didn't try to pull it. Went with it. Kotze, he says, you know, I'm going to go right back there. Vladdy had to put the brakes on and get back over there.
Steve Finley coming on this last week of the season. He had 2 hits on Saturday, a home run and a double. Now with a home run and a single in this game, 2 for 4. And we will see a pitching change here with the Angels rallying with 2 out. In the top of the 9th inning, Houston Street comes on.
If you haven't taken advantage of our employee pricing, it's time to zero in. Because for the next 10 days, the deals will only get better. During our countdown to zero, we're talking 0 down, 0 payments for 6 months, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $3,000 on top of employee pricing plus. And we've still got a great selection of 05s, like the Town & Country, the PT Cruiser, and the Crossfire Limited. The deals are here, the clock is running. Countdown to zero ends September 30th.
The smooth taste that gets things started. The refreshing taste that keeps things going. Where will you find the great taste of Bud Light? Wherever good friends get together. And wherever good times are going on and on. Bud Light. Great taste for your great times.
When it comes to safety, we all know how important air is here. But who thinks about it here? Lexus does. With electronic sensors in the RX to warn you when tire pressure is less than optimal. Because if you have enough air here, you may never need it here. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Street thugs. You don't want to meet that trio in a dark alley. Well, here is Houston Street. And he has been the closer this year and has done a remarkable job for Ken Macha's Oakland Athletics. Converted his 22nd save Saturday. 24 walks, 71 strikeouts in 76 innings.
Hope Houston Street's come on strong this year. Certainly has done a great job. Cut fastball, slider, and a changeup. League's only hitting 192 off of him. He's got some good effective pitches. He stays down in the zone, and this guy is not afraid of pressure. He's shown that. It's his rookie season, but he doesn't pitch like it. He's got 2 on. Kind of a funky delivery.
2 out. Juan Rivera, the batter, and he chases the first pitch, and Street did not give him the fastball early. So Rivera, who was 2 for 3 in the game with a single and a double and an RBI, steps to the plate. Angels with a 4-3 lead. They've got Francisco Rodriguez already ready. Down in the Angels bullpen, ready to come out for the last of the 9th inning to face the bottom of the Oakland order. Rivera takes outside, a 1-1 count.
Juan's been doing very well batting with runners in scoring position this year. .351 average. Got that big clutch hit earlier in the game.
Vlad Guerrero being chased back to second base. Angels also have Steve Finley at first base with 2 out. The inning started with Justin Duccier on the mound. He walked Vlad Guerrero. An Erstad fly to center. Benji Molina struck out. Steve Finley singled back up the middle. Juan Rivera with a 1-1 count. Good discipline by Rivera. Juan was saying earlier in the week that he was mad at himself for having lazy hands, thought he was jumping at too many pitches, and was telling himself, stay back, trust your hands. 13 hits his last 9 games now.
He's got nice hands. Heck, don't change a thing. He's got an inside-out swing.
Popped him up. Bobby Crosby calls everybody off and makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's time for Francisco Rodriguez, the 23-year-old right-hander with 41 saves this year.
We've been offering you employee pricing all summer long. Now we're in the final countdown to 0. For the next 10 days, get 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $4,500 on top of employee pricing plus. And we've still got a huge selection of 05s, like the Hemi-powered Ram, the all-new Dakota with best-in-class interior room, and the Durango with a 5-star frontal crash test rating. Hurry, countdown to 0 ends September 30th at your local Dodge dealer.
At Santa Anita Park, and there's only one way to catch all the action, fun, and excitement. You gotta be there. Are you gonna have a great time? Yeah! Bet on it. Get your free Oak Tree Collector Stein this Saturday, October 1st.
Let's go! You can't miss it. They're everywhere. It's the Toyota Tent Event. Toyota's final 05 clearance is going on now at all 58 dealers in Southern California. Get a low $279 lease on a new 05 Tundra V8 Access Cab, a new 05 Highlander, or a new 05 Sienna. It's your choice. Just $279 a month for 36 months with a $1,500 drive-off. Wherever you see tents, you'll see savings. Now that's moving you forward.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Angels with a 4-3 lead over the Oakland Athletics. As the proud owner of Angels season seats, you'll have prime real estate at the Big A. You won't have to scramble for the premium games that everyone else wants to see. Plus, you'll get the best seating options, best value, simply the best of everything. So don't delay. Call 888-796-HALO to place your 2006 season seat deposit. That's 888-796-4256. The Angels closer Francisco Rodriguez comes on, pitching in his 63rd game this year. 86 strikeouts, can be a bit wild with 32 walks.
Fastball, hard slider. These guys all know it that he's facing.
Jay Payton to lead it off, then Hatterberg, then Swisher. Ball 1.
Bobby Kelty's moved to the on-deck circle. Looks like Kenny Mock is going to go with him over Hatterberg. Kelty hit that big home run back at Angel Stadium last time the A's were in town.
Payton 1 for 3 in the game. Misses high, 2-0. Sosa's team coming off a brilliant homestand where they won 8 of their 10 games. Fastball in there, a strike. It's a 2-1 count.
Frankie wants to do. Doesn't want to make it interesting here by walking anybody. Just like to go ahead and stay steady. Better work ahead. Don't let this crowd back into it. This is a must-win game for Oakland.
Again, the foul back, a 2-2 count now. The Angels have been in first place 164 of 176 days this year and currently have the largest divisional lead in the American League. 4 games over the A's. 6 games remaining after tonight. 3 outs to go. Run their magic number down to 2 to clinch the West.
Now Frankie wants to finish him off with a slider down, not up. The one Peyton just fouled off is a pitch that hitters can handle. It's up in the zone like that.
He goes with the breaking ball. It is hit to Sean Figgins. Quick toss in the dirt. Picked beautifully by Darren Erstad for the first out of the 9th.
Okay, big out right there. Sean Figgins does a great job of getting it. Didn't let this ball eat him up. He's got soft hands. Erstad has even softer hands at first base. Okay, see how he shuffles his feet, gets the ball over there. Erstad, look at the steady pick right there. Steady hands. Erstad's done that all year. Matter of fact, I believe Erstad could do that in his sleep. No problem. Big out. Frankie liked it.
It's always so important to get that first out of the way. Bobby Kelty, good pinch hitter, good power. And he belts this one foul. Rex just told you it was Bobby Kelty who had that 11th inning game-winning home run against the Angels at the Big A. Last time they were in town, they won the first game of that series with that Kelty home run off Scott Shields, but the Angels won the next 2 games. Great pitching performances by John Lackey and Irvin Santana.
Kelty's got a sore oblique. I could see him grimace in pain after that last swing. Unless Frankie puts it down the middle on him with a fastball, there's no chance he's got. We'll show you what happened back there. It was a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Okay, on August 30th. Short, quick swing. We let the power of the pitch provide the sock, and Kelty, poster child for redheaded people, likes his big hair, but I'll tell you, Frankie's got a big chance right here. You can see what he's done against Frankie in his career. Frankie wants to finish off these Oakland A's.
And I beg your pardon, I said it was off Scott Shields, and it was off Francisco Rodriguez that evening. Kelty has had some success against the Angels right-hander, 3 for 6.
Down 0-2, though. Don't like his chances. Frankie wants to be careful with fastballs away or also breaking balls down the zone. Frankie's got him 1 and 2.
Did he go? The Angels appeal. He did go, and McClellan rings him up for the 2nd out of the last of the 9th.
Another borderline. It's hard to keep your swing from going across the plate. Here's the plate right here. Let's see if it did. Ooh, just barely. Hey, it's borderline. And he's talking, saying no way, no way, and then he gets the out.
Number 33, Nick Swisher.
Okay, look, if my free hand is right, it just barely went. That's a close call. Call goes to Frankie's favor. 1 out away.
And the batter will be Nick Swisher. The power hitting rookie that has 20 home runs this year. But he also strikes out a lot, and he takes a first pitch strike 1 from Francisco Rodriguez. Swisher, just 24 years old, from Columbus, Ohio. All-American at Ohio State. Rodriguez with the 0-1, misses with the fastball, and now it's a 1-1 count. John Lackey trying to win his 13th game of the year, and Francisco Rodriguez in search of save number 42. He went.
See a lot of hitters check their swing on Frankie. It's just that big biting slider. It makes it difficult for those guys to let it go. And what you want to do is you try to keep from this check swing, but you want to try to swing through it. The check swing is not going to do any good for you. You're just going to check it back to the mound or a little dribbler somewhere. Easier said than done.
Rodriguez gets the sign from Benji Molina, and now the 1-2 pitch. He struck him out, and the Angels' magic number to clinch the West is down to 2.
Frankie coming in and closing it down with a nice call on the outside corner. A little courtesy, but he'll take it. Got to go. Angels one more nail away from the coffin.
If you haven't taken advantage of our employee pricing, it's time to zero in. Because for the next 10 days, the deals will only get better during our countdown to zero. We're talking 0 down, 0 payments for 6 months, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $2,000 on top of employee pricing plus. And we've still got a great selection of 05s, like the Grand Cherokee, the Liberty, and the Wrangler. The deals are here. The clock is running. Countdown to zero ends September 30th.
Morning.
Come on, Jeff.
Move those feet. Bob. Weave. Bob. Kick the addiction. Do it. Hey, run over me. Get up. You can't fight cigarette addiction without a solid plan.
The 6-speed, 270 horsepower Acura TL adjusts to the way each individual accelerates, brakes, and takes on the curves. Because no two drivers are alike. The Acura TL, a higher form of performance.
The Angels beat the Athletics in Game 1 of this important 4-game series. Their magic number to clinch the American League West down to 2. Steve Physiak along with Rex Udler were joined by Francisco Rodriguez, who nailed down his 42nd save at the age of 23 tonight. Frankie, can you talk about the confidence that the team is playing with right now?
Well, what can I say, Steve? I mean, we're playing really good right now. We're not scoring a lot of runs, but the pitching staff we've been doing a great job, and now the bullpen now got to step up and put the zeros on the board.
Frankie, the bite on your slider was nasty tonight. You were able to get that ball down where you wanted it. You were spotting your fastball. Can you talk about the conditions out there and how your ball was breaking?
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good today. My breaking pitch, it was great, and I couldn't put it in the spot that I wanted to throw it, you know. And then when I had that command with my breaking pitch, it's easy for me because now I got to establish the fastball and trying to put the hitters away as quick as possible.
Hey, Frankie, one thing we've noticed, you have a little more movement on your fastball. Are you trying to do that recently with the 2-seamer?
No, not really. It's been a 4-seam fastball. I think I've been doing this a little bit sidearm right now. I'm not trying to go on top of the ball. I'm not trying to go downhill. I'm just trying to go now 3/4, and I feel a better life and better movement on my fastball right now.
It's hard to believe you're still just 23 years old. You're having a remarkable career, and again, 42 saves this year. Congratulations, Frankie.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
That's Francisco Rodriguez. Nailed down the save. The Angels win it 4-3. Game 1 of this big series in Oakland. We'll be right back.
If you're worried about gas prices going crazy, here's some important news. There's now one place where gas prices have hit an all-time low. Your Mitsubishi dealer. Introducing Gas Comes Standard. Right now, when you purchase or lease any new 2005 Mitsubishi, you get a year's worth of gas on us. So head over to your nearest Mitsubishi dealer and get even more thrills per gallon. Mitsubishi. Driven to thrill.
Always smooth, right from the start. Always refreshing, time after time. The days are heating up. And the Bud Light is just right. Bud Light. Great taste for your great times.
Some like things warm. Others cool. which is why the Lexus ES is available with heated and ventilated front seats and dual-zone climate control. So at least in one place, everyone is guaranteed to feel comfortable. At your Southern California Lexus dealer.
The Ford family plan has been the big news of 2005, but now it's clearance time. So get ready for clearance cash. $2,500 on the Focus, $2,500 on the F-150, $3,000 on the Expedition, $4,000 on the Explorer. And all this on top of the same low prices that Ford families pay. So get to your Ford dealer. The Ford you want is here, now with the Ford family plan and clearance cash.
Angel fans here in Northern California. The Halos beat the Athletics 4-3. The final score. Our Carl's Jr. superstar of the game, the big guy from Abilene, Texas.
You mean Big John? He was nice, I'll tell you what. He made the pitches when he had to. He had 7 punch-outs. But this big one from Kotze with the bases loaded early kept the momentum in the Angels' favor. John, like any good pitcher, knows when to execute pitches when runners are in scoring position. Did a great job, handed it over to Kelvin. Escobar to Frankie Rodriguez. Angels, one more win away.
And Steve Physiak along with Rex Hudler, and Mike Scioscia continues that theme of one game at a time. He will not talk about postseason. The Angels lead by 5 with 6 to go, and the Athletics were talking about sweeps starting this series. Didn't happen. They lose game 1.
You know what, though? The Angels, they're the best team in this division, and they're starting to prove it. Finishing strong like they did on the last homestand, carried over with big hits. How about Steve Finley? For you Finley bashers out there, this guy's got a lot left in his tank, and believe me, they're going to need that left-handed bat. Throw a couple home runs over the wall, just like he has in back-to-back games. Really, he won for 3-run home run against Tampa Bay, and this one here today, Finley's back on track.
And the Angels with a magic number that is now 2 games. They have their 90th win for the 8th time in the franchise's history, and they need one more win against Oakland to clinch the American League West in back-to-back seasons for the first time in the franchise's history.
Get the bottom line now during Nissan's model year-end clearance. The bottom line on the all-new mid-size Nissan Frontier and the full-size Titan. With 2% financing or $3,000 cash back on the V8 Nissan Titan King Cab. See your Nissan dealer now. Clearance time happens once a year. And that's the bottom line.
Craig has trouble getting up for breakfast, but today he's in for a treat. Because right now at Jack in the Box, he can try my new ciabatta breakfast sandwich. Lightly toasted ciabatta bread stacked with Black Forest ham, bacon, eggs, melting cheese, and hollandaise sauce.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. Can I get your order?
Whoa, Craig, put some jammies on.
We've been offering you employee pricing all summer long. Now we're in the final countdown to 0. For the next 10 days, get 0 down, 0 monthly payments, and 0 reasons to wait. Plus a combined cash allowance of up to $4,500 on top of employee pricing plus. And we've still got a huge selection of 05s, like the Hemi-powered Ram, the all-new Dakota with best-in-class interior room, and the Durango with a 5-star frontal crash test rating. Hurry, countdown to 0 ends September 30th at your local Dodge dealer.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 has been brought to you by Toyota. Get a great lease or low financing on any new 05 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. By AM/PM. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. And by your Southern California Lincoln Mercury dealers. Here in Oakland, California, the Angels beat the Athletics 4-3, and they've evened the season series at 8 wins each. More importantly, the magic number is now 2 to win the American League West, and our Lexus play of the game.
Steve Finley back in the 4th inning. Ow! He stepped all over that Blanton fastball. 2-run shot. Finn to win.
So for Rex Udler and Jose Mota, this is Steve Physioc saying so long from McAfee Coliseum. The final score, Angels 4, Athletics 3. Tune in to KCAL 9 tomorrow at 7 o'clock as the Angels drive to postseason continues. Irvin Santana takes the mound against Joe Kennedy. You've been watching Angels baseball on KCAL 9. Now light up that halo. The Angels are winners, and have a great evening, Southern California.